I just realized that this was muted the entire time. I mute this as I set up the pre-stream. But hey, hello everybody, and welcome to another RogueTech stream. We will be continuing the adventures of the Black Sheep Squadron. And yeah, last time we started them out, the Goof Troop unfortunately ended up financially collapsing, but nobody really died, so that's great. They can come back at a later date. But starting up the Black Sheep Squadron, we decided to do something that I do not normally do. We, instead of just running the first couple of missions with the mechs that we had, we refitted everything, and we spent like what, 2 months doing that. So we were kind of low on cash, but we did manage to accomplish at least one mission in order to get ourselves back above our finances curve, so we're okay with that. So yeah, things are actually looking up okay so far. I mean, we haven't died yet, and the mechs appear to be pretty decent, so I can't wait to sort of give them a shot to see where they'll end up. And I'm just going to double check the OBS over here, make sure everything is actually recording properly, and it does appear to be okay. Can everybody hear me? Just want to double check on this one before we get too much started. I have a plan. It's not a great plan, but it is a plan that'll work nonetheless. And we're going to come over here to our first contract of the day. We're going to get started. We currently have, actually no, we're going to get started in 2 days. Forgot for a second. As you can see, we have a hatchetman as well as the Arbiter currently in repair. The Arbiter is going to take a little while. Good, Talendale, he can hear me. So we're going to have to run another 3 mech op, because I remember we're still working on the Arbiter, getting it up to snuff once again. And in 2 days, we're going to run that operation. So 1, 2, and stop. So we do still have enough people to run a second operation. That's exactly the plan. So we're going to go grab a raiding party mission. Should be a straight up battle, nothing too dangerous. It's only a half skull mission. The only question that in my mind ends up being, do we take the 313 priority salvage or the 266,000 cash? Now personally, I want the salvage, because we're a brand new company and we didn't do anything for the first couple of months. We need a lot of stuff. We need all of the stuff. So even if we get medium lasers, heat sinks, jump jets, it doesn't matter. It's a good pickup for us. So with that in mind, we're going to work for the Lyran Commonwealth for a little bit, although we're probably going to want to get on the move soon, so we're not always working for Steiner. And we're going to accept this contract at a maximum salvage. Now, we're pulling out the current people who are currently a little bit exhausted, and we're going to bring back the B team. And I want Succubus in... Succubus is going to be the Trebuchet. We'll bring Sumo. And, oh, wait, no, I didn't scale any of these guys up, didn't I? Because, yeah, we were playing super economy mode, but that's the plan anyway. So look how much money you lose for salvage. Yeah, that could be a way of looking at it. Sumo is definitely, most certainly going to be a punch bot, so we're going to go with that. We're going to put him in the Hatchetman, absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt. Succubus, I want to bring along. I want her to be my gunnery piloting officer, so we're going to go with that, lock that in. And then, Ek or Apex. Ek had lots of chances to shine with the last campaign, so Apex is going to show up. And we have, it was a Trebuchet, so we need somebody with tactics. Gonna go up there, a little bit of gunnery to follow that up. Good. That'll be our lance people. You're only 180,000 down for max salvage, so 1 good engine salvage will make the extra. Yep. So that's kind of the logic there. Although, at the half-scale mission, we do start running into lots of vehicles. Vehicles are, one, somewhat difficult to handle at times, but on the other hand, they also don't have cool stuff like fusion cores. So, Succubus, you are going in our Crab. Sumo's going in our Hatchetman, and that means Apex is bringing up the Trebuchet. Let's lock that down and drop down. So this lineup of mechs, we spent quite a long time, and a lot of time with you guys actually working on it. In fact, somebody commented on the last video, the last stream, oh my god, he's so indecisive. And I thought that was pretty funny, because one of the things I really like about doing these streams is I can sort of pull you guys as to what's on your mind. And I like hearing the alternate ideas of how to run things. Because personally, when I play this, my first instinct is, okay, first month, just run a ton of missions, and as things get blown apart, then start adding on and changing things around. But getting things started and beginning like this was a very interesting thing. I'm not 100% positive on it, because it does put me very close to bankruptcy, and it makes me nervous. But it certainly is a very interesting way of playing. And actually, I hear from a lot of people, at least from what I gather reading forums and stuff like that, that's the norm, apparently, that people do. They'll spend the first month or so, and they won't go on any missions, and they'll just rebuild all of their mechs for optimal efficiency. So, a new way of playing for us. So let us drop down on these pirates working for Steiner on this one. We do need to decide at some point which direction in this galaxy we are going. We could head for Merrick, Draconis Combine, pretty much anywhere we want to go. I think we were heading to the Rosselhog Republic for Sledge's hammers at the end, because we were hunting for the really big game. Not that there was any major difference, because we had it set to Lance difficulty at that time. We're going to run the crab forward. It's pretty beefy, pretty tough, and also finally actually looks like a crab. The last time we had one of these crabs, it was a mini tiny king crab.
Awaiting orders.
And we'll sprint on up here as well. And I believe we have deadfire ammunition for this thing? Yes, we do. Okay, good. So we actually have fairly flexible trebuchet, and I believe we almost max armored it, so it should be reasonably reliable. And then of course we have our hatchet man. Unfortunately, he is not as cool as our hatchet man that we have for our mainline campaign. We haven't gotten him a 270 rated fusion core or anything like that just yet, but we will certainly be on the lookout, because the moment you can start getting big things in a hatchet man, like big fusion cores, then you can start having some fun. So nothing on scanners as of yet, but part of that may come down to the fact that we don't have very good pilots. Tactics skill is a little bit lacking, and I kind of prioritized gunnery a little bit on the mech that was going to go in the front. Well, apparently they see him, except not really. They didn't. Oh, there he is. Another trebuchet. Trebuchets would be a good pickup. He's going to open fire with the triple medium laser, and shedding a ton of missiles. He's probably the same version as our trebuchet. Don't have an identification on it just yet, but it did LRM-15 misfire. Unfortunate for him. And Sumo, yeah, there's no way that Sumo's actually getting in range of that one. But he is going to sprint to get as close as he can get. And it actually looks like he can get a side shot. Unfortunately, he would be out of cover for that. And we really do need to sort of prioritize keeping our people protected. So we're just going to run forward. We have a fire truck. That's great, actually. Only having to worry about a fire truck is not too bad. We'll take the double shot. May as well. It's not a huge jam chance. And if we jam, well, as long as it doesn't explode, we're good. That Trebuchet soft armor may need to cripple it and go first. Yep, that's my thinking. We're going to put some fire down. Oh, actually, it doesn't look ramshackle. Yeah, it is not ramshackle. It's still lightly armored. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it is a trebuchet that is basically stock, so we're looking at 55, 75. It's nothing too much. And also, he blew out one of his LRMs anyway, so great on there. But he is not weaker than he normally would be. So we are going to go for the 20% here. We're just going to flood him with fire. Basically strip away some of the armor here to open up with. The fire truck's going to be irritating, but I think I can deal with him reasonably okay, so long as I can get the hatchet man on target. And we've already started stripping most of an arm away. That's pretty good. Succubus, can you get a good angle up here? Not really. So we're just going to walk up, get reasonably close, be able to use our big heavy lasers. Well, they're not heavies, but they are large. And yeah, that'll be actually a fairly decent shot. So laying him. And we've stripped away a pretty decent amount of armor, actually. So he is not struggling at this point, but he's really starting to get a little bit light. And now that we're getting in so close, now we can start really threatening multiple angles on him. Somebody once asked me in one of the previous videos, how do you get them to string out a bit? Because he was running into a problem of just everybody groups up. I really don't have a great answer for that. I don't think I'm that masterful at the game that I can teach just yet, but I do know that one of the things I like to do is just get in close and then spread out a bit, and then make sure you also have a bit of a flanking force. We're running a slightly short lance for that. I mean, we're missing one guy, so we can't really have somebody going wide outside, but that's generally how I try and split them up a bit. It looks like the trebuchet is going for a punch. He's going to try and out-melee the hatchet man. He did manage to get that punch off, but that probably was not your best idea, sir. Also, because our trebuchet should be able to walk off over here, get minimum range on the missiles, or even better, deadfire. We're about to get a point-blank range deadfire shot. And we've got a fulcrum light tank, or fulcrum hover tank moving in. He's got two probably medium lasers. I'm hoping. No, he's got a large and a medium. Oh, he's got to die. Crab, you're going to be focused on him. But he came close enough for deadfire missiles. We're absolutely going to see if Apex can actually make something happen with that. Because if we can, and a single tag, blinking away just to make things extra long and difficult. And he also had a misfire. Unfortunate for him. I wonder if they're setting to hot load mode. I'm not quite sure if that matters or not, because we hadn't had... Well, we do have 4 vehicles. Okay, so we are looking at a Zephyr with lots of lasers, and he's going to open fire into our back. Luckily, our back armor is mostly capable of handling this, so we are still alive, but it is starting to get a little bit rough. However, that is multiple units that are relatively point-blank range with us, so kind of think I'm going to put the hatchet man on trying to take out the trebuchet. Multiple tags, plinking out. Managed to get a couple of people on that one. And they are in amongst us. Worst comes to worst, we can probably break out, go for the fire truck or the fulcrum with a stomp. How much armor are we dealing with here? Oh god, 100. So yeah, stomping is probably not quite in the future. Apex is indeed up, and so if I set Apex to deadfire ammo, and I put her at basically point blank range here, we would be looking at 28 and a 37. I think it's actually slightly better than that, purely because we have a targeting computer, I believe. But this is probably the best angle to go from, because this keeps us covered, and it lets us move a little bit and makes it a little bit more difficult for them to get to our back. So we are being jammed by ECM. Not quite sure from who. But I think if I just spam out enough firepower, our missiles are doing additional damage thanks to using deadfire ammo plus our targeting computer for that. So lay into them. Point blank range, letting it fry. Game seems to be checking just a little bit with all those pyrotechnics we're throwing around here. And still haven't punched through, but we're getting close here. So this arm almost has lost all of its armor. The succubus is in a wonderful position to get in his backline. And so I think I'm going to do exactly that. We want to protect her back just a little bit. That way it's less likely for them to be able to get there. Still being jammed by ECM, but if we keep the fire going, we might be able to break through it. And we are going to fire everything once again. A miss and a hit from the large lasers, and we did get a penetration. Structure exposed on that one. Sumo's up. If Sumo wanted to stop, he'd have 77% chance, and that's actually pretty good. If we wanted to axe this guy, it'd probably be a little bit better. 82, yeah, it would be better. But I am very concerned about his ability to basically run around in circles on us. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move off to the side. It'll give us an 82.6. It'll also put his back towards Succubus. So they shouldn't be able to get so easily back there. He can probably still get a good angle on that, but that should cover us. The entire vehicle complement is ECM equipped to save the fire truck. Oh, really? I didn't realize Zephyrs would carry an ECM. So we can come off over here, see if he can't hit the Zephyr. Oh, we missed with a 5%. That's not a great way to start off things. So his first melee attack, not able to connect. At least it didn't get too unstable, and he didn't get too hot either. So Trebuchet on the move, getting behind ours. Ooh, he was able to find an angle. Nailed us 3 times with those lasers. Critted the engine. That's not good. So we have problems, and he's also gone for a rear attack on Apex. Very not good. I must have misjudged the angle a little bit. Also condemn it. So the Hatchetman is a bit in trouble. Because missing that now means that the Zephyr can probably come in here. Might be able to get an angle. Nope, he's going to go right for a face shot. And lucky for us, we have the armor to take it. Although they are starting to struggle with the amount of damage we're taking. And the Fulcrum's probably going to be able to move first. And he's got a large laser. I also assume that this is an ace pilot, as most vehicle captains are. So he should be able to move right after that. Which means a less accurate shot. Although we had a really accurate shot considering how far he moved. Yep, ace pilot, backing up. Making it so that we'll have to move to a position which makes us more vulnerable in order to go after him. And the Flamer's going down to the Hatchetman, but that's not really a problem. He wasn't able to impact anyway, so we're pretty happy with that. If the Hatchetman can go next, I might be able to get a hit on this Fulcrum, but the problem is anybody who gets in his back is immediately going to start being able to nail him. Fire truck moving as a defensive position right next to that Fulcrum. Oh, of course, and reinforcements have just arrived. So we're not having the best of days, apparently. I didn't realize that we could just get right in here. Okay. Get right here, aim in here. Dead fires would be fine. I really do want to pull this thing off the table since how much power it has in it. So we're going to line him up, and we're going to see if we can't knock him down relatively quickly. I think we've got some penetrating hits. Yes, we did. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we shattered anything, but we did punch through. That is definitely working for us. So the Fulcrum getting moved next, or the reinforcements? Reinforcements coming up. Oh god, a harasser. So we are in the worst possible shape to deal with a harasser right now because our Hatchetman has that open back, just completely exposed right now. All of his armor is gone there. I'm kind of surprised that he got the engine crit, considering that it didn't actually deal any structural damage. Large laser, nailing the Hatchetman, not having the best of days, but I should be able to get back here and basically chop him in half. As long as I get a decent angle on this. More tag going out, managing to acquire us. But we might be okay. My mistake was putting... Well, actually, it's not really a mistake. The fact that Sumo does not have a very high tactics is really kind of working against him, just in terms of getting on the move first, which is pretty important for a melee mech, because you want to be the first one that gets the option to engage, rather than having to wait until the end of the stack. Firing retreat here. Only good news is the harasser is so little armor that you can bust it in one round. Yeah, if we can get the shot on. Fulcrum is pulling back a little bit, and the Fulcrum's actually moved himself into a decent position to engage our guy. If I decided to go here, that'd be a 69. That's not terrible. How much back armor do I currently have? Not anything that I'd want to put in the way of somebody who could fire a large laser at me. Can I get a back shot on you without giving myself away to... No, I'd have to go into the water for that one. I could actually get the shot. And that might protect me enough so long as I can get it. I do want to take that thing down. The fulcrum is kind of dangerous. Well, he is dangerous, let's be real. 1 hit, 2 hit, okay, so we managed to hit everything on him. Unfortunately, it wasn't concentrated enough to do what we needed. We're definitely bringing the hatchet man around to try and axe the trebuchet. That's gotta happen right there. So Sumo is gonna... Ooh, he can't... Oh, thank God. Not there is gonna be good. Really, I'm not sure I can axe the trebuchet because of where that's going to expose me to. Because he's gonna come around, no doubt. I don't have enough for vigilance, unfortunately. Coming over here puts me at the mercy of that harasser as he comes around. Actually, what's his path to come in? Yeah, maybe, actually. Oh, wait, no, that's my angle, not here. So the mistake was made when we put Apex right there. If we had moved Apex slightly to the side, things would be better. But I think I still have an okay opportunity here. You can get back there. You absolutely can. Don't have a whole heck of a lot of other options, though. Not unless I want to abandon that idea entirely and move and just try and rely on the guns here. Which could be an option. I do have a shot right here. It does open me up to the harasser, but if I sprint, I'll be fine. I do have 2 medium pulses. If I get lucky, and that's the if, we could annihilate this torso. Unfortunately, I don't think he's got an XL engine. The problem is he's got so many medium lasers that he's doing a very good job with them. I think it's got to be an axe move. It really feels like that must be the right move here. I'm kind of surprised that I can't axe this guy right here. It just seems like that would be the... Oh, there it goes. Okay. So I can. That leaves the trebuchet alive. The trebuchet gets to kill me. Coming over here... This might be the right move. 77% is not great, but it does put me and guards my back for a bit. But this guy will most certainly be able to get there. You know what? I'm gonna brave the Zephyr. On my way. Or not the Zephyr. I'm gonna brave the Fulcrum. There we go. Take out an arm. That was not great. Oh, it took out his lasers, which was good. And made him unsteady. I'm gonna brave the Fulcrum because the Fulcrum has 1 shot that's dangerous. The Zephyr has multiple shots that are dangerous because I've got no armor there. Any shot through is pain. Okay, so the Fulcrum decided to take the shot from the front, which is fine. He did manage to damage our right arm, which is not great because that's where our hatchet is, and one of our medium pulses, but we can replace that should the need arise. He's also decided to open fire on the crab, and the crab is able to tank that without too much trouble. So the Fulcrum did not do what I was worried that he would do, which is come around here and shoot into my back. So he split fire a ton, focusing on the trebuchet, focusing on everything, but that's not terrible. We're okay so far. The question is, do I get to move before the trebuchet? And the answer is, I do. Apex will have the shot first. Apex is going to go for a drill. So she's just going to blitz this trebuchet with everything she's got, and that should take him out. Fire coming down from the fire truck. Not sure how the Zephyr is going to be moving. Oh, he got hit by all the effects. It finally happened. That's unfortunate. So he's been oil slicked, which will make him more unsteady, and he's also had the problem of now having a couple of other issues with him. So Apex is going to tank a little bit by not moving. And by not moving, she should get accurate fire down on this trebuchet. We need to basically remove him from the fight right now. And we did. It's unfortunate, but there was too much firepower coming down that had to happen. I couldn't risk another round where Sumo might get shot in the back. That still could happen from Zephyr. Well, the Zephyr. But if I work it right, if the Zephyr does not come around here... Okay, he decided to go for a front shot. And that's okay for now. If he doesn't zip too far, we might even be able to run up and try and chop him in half, which would be ideal. Also blitzing the crab a little bit, blasting him with a couple of laser shots. So, I am concerned, but that might be okay. Although this is probably going to cost us quite a bit in armor repairs. And he is going to ace pilot right on top. Okay, that could work. We got a Locust moving up, not super concerned. Locusts they're not ignorable. Especially not with an open back mech, but I'm not very much concerned. It's a pair of medium lasers. And again, the trebuchet able to tank because it didn't move. It's a nice big dodge tank. Everybody gets to look at it and care about it. And that hopefully can protect us. Succubus. Succubus has an opportunity to get a nice, great back shot on this guy. And that might even kill him. The trouble is that'll leave her open to the Fulcrum. So the question is, can we outdo the Fulcrum on this? I don't think the answer to that question is a yes. How much armor do you have left in back? A lot. So stomping is only going to do 80. You've got 40 plus 20-ish. Call it 70-ish, so that would kill. That would not kill. Remember, you can use the map edge here to give yourself back coverage. Yeah, we're steadily moving in that direction for sure. If I went for the fulcrum, there's no way I've got enough damage to actually punch through anything here. So this may be a case of trying to kill the person you can get your hands on right away. And that's definitely kind of becoming my plan at this point. So unlock from there. It's a 50% shot. It's only going to get better. The problem is that one good large laser hit is going to cut right through that armor. And that's a bit of a problem. So we may have to go for a sprint here just to get the better angle. Because that would allow us to do something like that. Oh, no, that's not going to help at all. Could try and take out the fire truck. Unfortunately, his armor is good all around. Unless I hit that turret dead on, he's going to survive. Could just come up here and nail him. Oh, this actually gives me a shot right here. Okay, that'll work. Yeah, that'll be fine. They'll come over here, and we will target you, because you're vulnerable. We'll shut off the small laser. And I think we want a multi-target. Primary target, of course, being the Zephyr. Secondary target will make the fire truck, just to sort of plink away at this point. Set that to Bravo. I mean, laser to Bravo. Yep, we'll do that. And we are going to cook it just a little bit.
Acknowledge. Multiple targets.
Okay, we did manage to get 2 good hits with the large lasers. Unfortunately, again, they spread out. He's super vulnerable at this point, but we didn't manage to get a kill. The fire truck also started to get opened up on the side. That'll make him nice and vulnerable moving forward. So if Sumo can get a good angle on somebody, Sumo can kill somebody. The trick is going to be getting Sumo that angle. We got the Harasser moving up. Oh no, the Harasser's taking the long way around. Looks like the Locust blocked him out. And okay, there's another fire truck. So we do have 3, possibly 4 units.
Good to go.
Sumo's only got 1 target here, which is very unfortunate. Because I do not want to place him there. Vigilance will increase by Guts and Tactics. 8 by 4. He moved at 11. 15-ish. That might beat something. I don't know what, but it might. Okay, so if I move right there... Yeah, we're going to Vigilance this. We're going to go for the axe. 87%. If he can actually nail this, that'll be 200-something damage. He doesn't have enough health to survive that. He got it. Good. So we took out the Zephyr. Our back is now facing towards a Locust. So hopefully that... whatever that 16 apparently he's going to get will help out moving forward. We do need to get our hands on that Zephyr, or that Fulcrum ASAP. Locust moving up. I have no doubt he's going to shoot the Hatchet Man. Unless he doesn't turn in time. He did not. Okay. Locust tried to take a high ground. Fire truck again, blasting the Hatchet Man. Missed, but managed to nail 2 more. And Inferno Oil Slick again. Take the side shot of what? And the fire truck is maneuvering nice and close. Should be an easy hit, should I go for him. Which I'm planning on it. His right side is thin as his back right now. Are we talking about the same thing? Okay, again, luckily the Fulcrum decided to go for a front shot. Managed to damage our torso, but he didn't manage to blow off the arm or anything like that. So we're okay with that one. He's also split his fire again with the crab. I'm not quite sure why he keeps doing that. Because splitting his fire is really hurting him here. I mean, he's inflating my repair bills, but he's not going to keep himself alive. Which I think should be one of his main goals. He did go right next to the crab on that one. That will keep him away from the Hatchet Man. Who do we have moving up? We got the Harasser, a fire truck, the Locust. Okay. Alright, so Sumo is not going to be able to get a shot. It's going to be somewhat irritating, but them's going to be the facts. I can start lobbing shells downrange. Maybe I want to move with someone else. Apex could start getting involved and trying to nail this off, but I really think I want to take care of these large lasers quick. If I went after you, we're looking at... It's your right side, right? It is your right side, which I am currently in arc for. Yeah, that might be the way to go. We can't see the Fulcrum, but that's fine for now. But I do want to take this debuffer off the field because he's just proving to be incredibly irritating. So we're going to move up over here. Keep someone in the water. Let's see, 54. If we swapped over to normals, Fulcrum's frontal armor, so they're as weak as... So they're as weak from the side as the back. Yeah, we'll see what we can do about it shortly. So we're going to go Deadfire, because apparently Deadfires are the greatest thing since sliced bread. At least when you're in close. They're basically discount MRMs, which is a lot of fun. Did quite a bit of damage. We might be able to crush the fire truck with Succubus moving up. Or even Sumo, if Sumo can get that angle. Now, Sumo has a chance of getting that angle because his fire is going to splash all over the mech.
Yes, Commander.
Alright, Succubus, give me a look at this Fulcrum. 135, 100, 230. Yes, definitely got to get behind him if we want to deal any damage at all. Unfortunately, we are at the limits of our heat generation, so that's going to somewhat suck. We are going to shut off the medium lasers. I think, crap, I messed this up. Yeah, I definitely messed this up. So we'll turn on the small and the medium. That'll help out a little bit. Should have gone for the stomp. Did manage to get a large laser and a small laser hit. Both on the side. Okay, that's starting to work a little bit. Alright, I want an angle on that fire truck. I'd prefer not to give him an angle shooting back at me. Not sure I'm going to be able to get it, though. 44% could be good enough. This right arm is getting kind of vulnerable. I'm not super happy about it. Holy God. Well, at least it's the first turn that he's going to be overheating, and hopefully by next turn he will actually be able to melee somebody, so open fire. So it looks like we did manage to nail his head. So there is that going for us. Unfortunately, we weren't able to penetrate all on one side. Shutdown over successful. So we're good there. Fire truck is incredibly vulnerable. Unfortunately, we did hit his top instead of his side, and that's kept him alive. Apex is going to move in at 19. Is the Fulcrum going to beat that? That is the greatest question. The fire truck goes first. And that's going to shut down that. Or not quite. Okay, so we're still online. We're still active. Fire truck moving slightly to the side. Apex gets to move. Lovely, okay. So, Apex could take out this guy right immediately. But I do want to focus down this Fulcrum. Okay, your right side is starting to get weak. That's an aiming on the right side. Is it? Just gotta double check. It is. So we're just gonna move up right on top of it. Oh crap. No, we're out of deadfire ammo, aren't we? Oh, we're out of deadfire ammo. Shoot. Another mistake. Focus on medium lasers then. So if we've got any more deadfire ammo, we're definitely putting it on this mech. Because it has proven to be absolutely fantastic. Locust is still long range, gonna plink away using his medium lasers. Blasting him on the left side of the mech is fine as long as it's not the right side. The right side's our hatchet, that's the important side. At least the hatchman doesn't have a UX generated heat next turn. Oh, that's the harasser, isn't it? Just coming in, blasting away on our left side. That shut off the hatchet, man, no doubt. Okay, that's unfortunate. Hopefully, Sumo can move before the Fulcrum, but I don't think so. Call shot left leg. Nailing us with that one. Oh, lots of accurate fire going down. Just building up maximum evasion problems. Not great. Alright, is the Fulcrum done here? Is he going to move like 2 inches? That would be helpful. He's going to zip on backwards, which is unfortunate. Sumo, turn the mech back on. Unfortunately, he's not able to shed his instability. Oh, no, he did. Good. Alright, so he may not die this turn. Maybe. Harasser moving up as well. Gotta lob a couple of missiles by way of the crab. The crab is now cool, so the crab can blast everything. And so we can get to that right side, which we're not there. This mission was not supposed to be this hard. That's why I took it. It was a half-scale mission, but no. Get on top of him and laser him, or try and go for that fire truck. The fire truck has an open... Well, he's an open on the right side, so cleverly he has hidden it. That armor's good. That armor is annoyingly good. And his back armor's at full health. Can I get you that shot? Nope. I do not have the speed to give you that shot. 80 concentrated damage on this will kill you.
Standing by.
So Succubus, if I give you a 72, that puts your back towards a fire truck and a harasser. The harasser's got SRMs, also the Locust, but that's less of a concern. Go for the stomp that chills us out, puts us in a slight dangerous position, but we are in a forest. We're gonna go for it. We're gonna risk a little bit here, see if we can't get this stomp on. Which we did, and we exposed it, but apparently we had just not enough, but the engine is destroyed, it looks like. It was, okay. So fire truck's out, we've reduced the number against us. It's now 5 versus 3. Assuming you won't blast everything and all the heat generating incoming. Well, he got under the heat level, so he's okay. Now he's back over, but he was under the heat level, which is fine. Unfortunately, these fire trucks are just brutal. So, 2 fire trucks left. We did take out the Fulcrum, so we don't have to worry about him. And he's deadly as all hell. Or at least he was. I assume you're going to shoot him a crab, because that's the best shot you... No, he's going to keep focusing the gosh darn hatchet, man. Jeez. I need to get this guy back in a force and just defend himself. Took a head hit on that one. That's unfortunate.
Commander?
Alright, Apex, it's time to get involved. Well, you've been involved, but it's time to get more involved. How am I looking here? Not good. 40%? He's at full armor, though. I really need to remove that harasser from the equation now. That is a requirement. Moving him out into the open, hopefully he can tank a little bit more. It is a side angle shot. I'm not going to make use of vigilance. We're just going to deal with what comes, but if we can nail this harasser and remove it from play, then we can be in a much more comfortable position. And structure exposed, got it. Okay, so harasser's down. And there was only 3 units not supporting, so we're down to 4. 1, 2, 3. No, we're down to 3, so it is 3 on 3, and 2 of those are support trucks. So hopefully you don't get, we got some machine gun penetration here. Infernos, heat criticals, heat sink destroyed. That's unfortunate, but we have more. Okay, succubus. This was the fire truck that was weakened, yes? It was indeed. Okay, lovely. And it is weak on the right side. Is that a... Okay, good, that's a side shot. So we're going to move succubus right on over here. Hi. And succubus is going to multi-target you and you. We're going towards A will be B, B, A, because I only need just a very little bit amount of damage left. And I'm going to risk it.
Affirmative.
Okay, we did get to 12. Got him. Okay, so the last of the fire trucks is down. Now we can, or the last of the first lance is down. And she did not fire at the fire truck with her twin large lasers. Did I miss something?
Yes, Commander.
I felt like I missed something. Okay, do I go for a locust? So this locust is... Okay, that's a bit of a problem. That's 2 mediums, 2 lights. You're 1 kill away from a safe good faith if need be. There's only 2 things left. There's only 2 mechs left. So, really, we gotta kill everybody. Okay, so we are shutting down this turn. That is a guarantee. The question is, can we get out of this alive with him? I'm gonna vigilance. That way, he will be able to turn his mech back on quickly. And really, I've got to hope that that locust does not go very quickly, and we've also got to hope that this hits. So, kill a fire truck, please. Okay, fire truck's down. Just the locust. The locust can ruin my day. If the locust gets good shots on the hatchet man, we're going to have a bad day. So the mech shut off. There wasn't anything we could do about that. He was already cooking. Oh, damn it. So the locust did get to go first. And the locust will no doubt focus offensive push on the left arm. Penetrating hit. Hatchet crit, hatchet destroyed. We don't care, because the hatchet can't die. Okay, I think we got him. Succubus, you did not fire 2 large lasers when I asked you to. So, we're going to move right here. 79%'s all around. We're going to take aim, and we're going to blow apart. Alright, we got out of this. We had to kill everything instead of actually saving everything like we wanted, but we got out alive with only lost a single heatsink and a headshot to a pilot, but he's still alive. So that was close, and that's going to be an expensive repair, especially on that hatchet. Hopefully we can get some good loot here. So the hatchet man picked up 2 tank kills. The crab, this was not a great mission, but we didn't lose anything aside from a single heatsink on him. And surprisingly, the crab didn't get penetrated at all, which is great. Alright, so what can we grab that'll make up all the bloody fluid guns? A large laser plus plus, thank you. We're putting that on the crab, no doubt. Triple plus medium laser. Good one-shot kill. Yes, it was. She did a very good job. Fusion cores. Oh, we're taking all the fusion cores, I think. Well, also all the Guardian ECMs. Weapons may have to wait, because there's some really cool stuff here. MOSRM, MOHMG, just making sure that there's nothing important down here. So, Guardian ECM, XL Engine. Who had the XL Engine? That's... wow. Okay, so... Engine Core 265, XL Engine, Guardian ECM. I think that's a good haul. I mean, we could just go for all of the fusion cores and sell whatever we didn't need. But the other suggestion would be to get the lasers, because this laser has an innate +1, this laser has an innate +1. But I am going to roll the dice on this one. I think this is good. We didn't get any of the pluses, unfortunately. Did get both tags, which will be nice. XL core for money. Yeah, we may end up doing it. We did get an extra fusion core. We got the 160, which we may end up selling for money. And we got the heatsink back. So we will be able to repair without ever having to spend anything on the Hatchetman, aside from cash. We might be able to sell that XL engine, although we could take it. The tank had an XL? Was that the Fulcrum or the, because it couldn't be the Harasser. But, so that worked out pretty okay. Well, not great. That could have gone much worse. So, them focusing so much on the Hatchetman really did hurt. I'd like to get even more armor on that thing, but he's kind of okay where he is. The autocannon was definitely a help. He did manage to get that really good shot on. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to actually get that shot on a place that mattered on that fire truck. But at the end of the day, once we finally got to the enemy, we were able to do some damage. So, war activity is going down. 62,000. So we lost 10,000 on that mission, and 39 days, which that's the big sucker right there. We're gonna want, yeah. The Fulcrum uses a 265 XL, so that's okay. So we stole all of his stuff. That's good. Trebuchet will be done in 4 days. Another 12 days on the crab. So that's the last mission we're getting done this month, but we're still okay. Okay, so we lost 20,000 in that mission, but we're still okay. We survived. And everybody will be better for it. So we're just going to run out the rest of the month on this one. And we will circulate Holovid chips. Flatline has gained high spirits. Lovely. Because we don't have any Argo lounges and we're a little bit light on cash. Okay, it is a single day away. We could attempt to take a mission with just the Trebuchet, but I think that might be really suicidal. So we'll let the month go on. We have completed the month and survived amazingly. And hopefully by the end of this month, we will have... Do I have the engineering upgrades finished? I do not. Crap. Double crap. Okay, so we desperately need automation up. Automation is a 350,000 sink, and if you pass a single day while being in debt, you automatically lose the game, which is something we learned at the end of the goof trip. So that's not something that we can work on for now. The crab will be in 9 days, the Hatchetman in 48 days, but that's not actually accurate. All of the odds are we're not going to get the Arbiter back this month, which is very unfortunate. So I'm going to need basically all hands on deck if I want to pull this one off. 2, 1, back up to the top. So we're 18 days to the Hatchetman. You're waiting either way for a third unit coming back up, so no big deal. The two of them are long-term fixes. So we are probably going to sell that XL engine. Because if I'm not mistaken, we've already got an XL in our Hatchetman. Or not. Oh, maybe not. I can't really see it. And I don't know what mech I would put an XL engine in. We've already got one in the Arbiter, if I'm not mistaken. I wish I could actually see what was going on here in the work thing. The fact that you can't double check to see what you've assigned to do is somewhat irritating. We do have an R6, Urban Mech part, which I'm considering selling for the 46,000 just for some seed money. Don't really need it. Equipment, engine. Yeah, that XL engine, if we sold it, we wouldn't get the 2 million out of it, but we might get something. It pains me to do it, but XL engines are generally more trouble than they're worth. Generally, not always. So if we were to sell that engine, we'd be looking at... We could sell the Javelin for 200,000. Engine. Engine core 145 is a bit light. I don't think I'd ever use it. 325,000. So we have enough to get ourselves over the bankruptcy projection if we sell the mech, unfortunately. And I really don't want to get rid of a battle mech. What's coming up? Send a message to destroy base, capture base. Capture base would be better. And we could take that one for cash. Actually, we would take supply lines for cash. It is against the Lyrans, which would be somewhat unfortunate because we'd like to get them happy with us so they'll pay out more. But it's a 2 of 9 return on investment, so we may take supply lines before the end of the month because we are going to have 3 mechs ready for it. That's pretty much all we're going to be ready for. Let's see. Look over the automation system. +2 tech points for the next 30 days. Oh, that's great. So, is that gonna... No, that will not put the Arbiter done in time. At least I don't think so anyway. But it will give us the Hatchetman with a little bit of time to spare. Stop. So we're 5 days from the Arbiter, but 4 days from bankruptcy. So I think we have to take another contract here. Sell the small engine course plus the XL and you can get automation up. We're too close to the end of the month. But yeah, if I had seen that before. Get tactics so that you can actually do things on time. And then Punisher is done. Sumo, no.
Awaiting orders.
No. Flatline, no. Ek. Well, Ek is ready, but we're keeping him light for now. Do I want to take... Well, I do. I do think I need to take supply lines for cash. That will give us enough money to survive the month. It's a 2 of 9. So... I think we take this for full money. If things go south, we do have stuff that we can sell. At least to my team lose, but maybe we can cheer me up. We're trying. Oh, we were trying to survive. So we're going to take supply lines for cash. Oh, crap. No, I didn't finish fixing the hatchet, man. Mech Bay. Bays. Luckily for us, that's not a... Oh, crap. No, his entire hatchet's going to be busted, isn't it? So that's going to be like a 4-day repair at least. No, it's a 1-day repair. Okay, heatsink. Give me a heatsink. Put that back in there. Wherever it was. The 2-day repair, we will be done in time. So that we do have that working for us. Lovely. So it's really good that we got that event. That probably saved us having to sell a whole bunch of things. 1 tasks, you go up top. So 1, 2, stop. And then we go to contracts. Let's go rock and roll. We'll take supply lines, negotiate. Give me all your cash. I require it. We need to actually pull this mission off without too much damage to ourselves. Gunnery 5, you match my Gunnery 5. I have a better guts than you. And then Gunnery 5, Piloting 3, Tactics 4. Punisher's going in there. Sumo versus Flatline. 3, 4, 5, 3. They're both the same. Flatline, how much experience you got? Well, Flatline's in high spirits, so we're bringing him. Okay, so let's run another triple mission. We need to get that Arbiter back online so we can go up to 4 mech missions. We haven't managed to get 4 mechs in a mission yet this campaign. Oh, but hopefully it'll be soon. So if supply lines goes well, and it is a 1 skull mission, so it might go well, then we'll have enough cash to survive the end of the month. We'll get the Arbiter back online, and then we can start really being more aggressive and taking some missions. And that's what I really want to get to. This game is already a little bit unbalanced in terms of you only get 4 mechs and they get 12, 14 mechs sometimes. And that's irritating. So when you're down even by 1, that's a huge problem to deal with. But I think we can overcome it for now. The Hatchman's actually a pretty decent mech, especially with that Ultra Autocannon. And since it doesn't really matter if it jams too much, since we can just get that thing in melee combat with you. Although it not having an XL engine does mean that it is a little bit tougher than I thought it was. Oh, it's this map. Okay, so that's unfortunate. Alright, so the problem with this map is they're going to hide here or here. We've got to move up into this position to take it, and then we've got to move up into here, and that's just a host of problems that you do not want to deal with. So we're going to actually sprint around to the side. I'm going to go for the cover here. It does mean that my sprint finale is a little bit longer, but I need the protection.
Waiting for orders.
Get Black Sheep herself moving. Also gonna go run for cover here on this one. I can keep Punisher and the Trebuchet a little bit further back because he does still have standard LRM ammo. He's got that dead fire ammo that we want to get in tight, but he's also got the standard. And if he can use that standard, that's just fine by me. Yeah, we're not gonna quite get him in sightline. That way he's not blocking anybody's line of advance, and... Oh, we see the enemy. It is Valkyrie. Spam the missiles. May as well. It's like a prime spot for an ambush. It is a prime spot for an ambush. So the Valkyrie got hit 4 times out of 30 shots, which, you know, not the worst thing ever. Okay, can I actually get into the... Oh, I can. Lovely. So we have just enough to get it here. So we are leapfrogging between locations. Open fire with the Ultra. Miss. Miss. Okay, that's fine. It's not great. I'd prefer to hit, obviously. But we're doing okay. Black Sheep herself, she does have a target, but it's obstructed. We're going to stall it. Waltzing will take the high ground a little bit. They do see a second shot. It is a Pegasus. Honestly, who's the weaker one? The Pegasus? The Valkyrie's the weaker one, but I'm going to shoot it because I got a better chance to hit. 1 hit, 2 hit, both of them penetrating hits, plus the medium laser being able to get on target. Blew out a jump jet. Not a big deal.
When I shoot you, you'll take it and like it.
Oh, I like Black Sheep's attitude. Mainly because it's Glitch's attitude. 20 for 17. If I went for a line of sight on you, that would go up to... Oh, it's just too good to pass up on. Get a line of sight on that. Our good tactics has told us that there is a Scorpion SRM, so not a big deal. Now the Valkyrie. On your vacation in Tampa Bay, Florida. Well, I hope you're enjoying the sun and the weather and getting away from all this cold. Although, actually, it's getting quite nicely warm here. So, welcome to the stream, Sean. Fire coming back in the hatchman. Surprisingly accurate. Just nailing us pretty good, despite the fact that we sprinted. His LRM-10 did misfire. Okay, I'm starting to become convinced that the AI automatically fires the hot fire, or the hot-loaded LRMs, which has the misfire chance, and I don't think normal ones do. I could be wrong on that. I really hope I am not wrong on that, because that would allow us to continue to rely on the trebuchet so long as we did not hot-load them. So the Valkyrie being up there is double unfortunate for several reasons. Because, one, he gets to shoot down on us, which makes him more accurate. But more importantly, because it makes us impossible to actually run into him to axe him. Although, I think he just fired, which means he's not moving. Oh, he's going to ace pilot and jump. 6 inches. Love this community. Alrighty, so let's get the Black Sheep herself moving. And get it right here. That'll put her in cover. Oh, she still has such great large laser accuracy. I'm loving it. Shut off the small laser. Keep things a little bit chill. Good hit. Good hit. Oh, she is just a kill machine. Well, she hasn't killed anything yet, but she has just completely stripped all of the components. Pilot's out of there. That's the entire mech. We didn't even blow off a single component. Well, aside from, you know, a couple of things, but they were not important. Flatline, I don't want to move you up yet. I'm going to reserve. Yes, we're looking at a potential hesitancy penalty, but I'd like to get flat... Yeah, he's pulling back into the coverage right there, which is unfortunate. So we've destroyed 33% of the lines, which is good. So they've both, well, they did fall back for a moment. That Pegasus is going to be hard to track, which is going to be somewhat irritating. We're going to get here into the middle of this. The middle of the mineral field gives us a little bit more protection. We're going to start lobbing fire on the Scorpion. These guys are under armored, which is great. So this is more what I had in mind for the first mission, not the trap that it ended up turning into. Okay, we're gonna have the Hatchet Man run after. Can I get through there? Maybe? I'm not gonna risk it. We're gonna have the Hatchet Man run around and try and get towards the Pegasus. So that's a high-tech Valiant. Unfortunately, we took this for all cash. So we're getting no salvage, because it was a 2 of 9.
What can I do for you?
Hopefully we can overkill the crap out of everybody else, and that'll be fine. Because if we can, then the loot table will not be too diluted, and our one part might be something good.
Yep.
Okay, Flatline will be able to get a shot to rain down the fire with his ultra auto cannon. Take aim and fire, sir. Okay, I think we missed... Yeah, oh no, we did hit one of the ultras. Just a little bit more fire, and you'll penetrate. Pulse lasers being pulse lasers, of course, they spread out all over the mech, or tank in this case, but that's not too terrible. Scorpion also pulling out of the cover, and he's going to get a shot on the Hatchet Man, but that's okay. Hatchet Man being surprisingly effective as a fire support variant, so long as we don't lose this arm entirely, as that would be unfortunate. Okay, Punisher.
I've got your back.
You're going to come around, keep on maneuvering. That'll be a 20, that'll be a 9. Yeah, we're going to focus on the Pegasus a little bit. We're almost through part of his armor anyway, so lob them missiles. Coming up over the cover feature. And raining down on them a little bit. Unfortunately, wasn't able to get the shots that I wanted, which was, you know, penetrating shots, but hey, we are working on it. And I blocked myself off, but we can maneuver for a wider range because this crab is surprisingly quick. Am I going to run Starfleet Command 2? No, tomorrow. So tomorrow will be Starfleet Command 2. Absolutely set into stone, 100%. I will tear myself away from my Tomcat and we will actually play it. Oh. And perfect. Okay, so she came up first. She will be able to maneuver. That's a 30% shot. If I went out of cover, that's a 37% shot. Yeah, I'm staying in cover. They don't have a lot, but they've got some. The Valk was a QD, Endo, Pharaoh, Artemis. Oh, that's a nice stuff there. And let us lay down the laser law. And miss both times. Well, all 3 times. But hey, we're working on it. Probably would have been better if we had that large laser plus, but really all that engine tech in that last mission was so worth grabbing. Like, yes, the large laser plus would have been awesome. You may have just moved... Well, no, the distance there is probably kind of light. So taking quite a few hits on that one. He's starting to weaken our armor pretty severely on that one. The mission description says they are supporting advanced equipment. It's usually worth taking 2.9. Good point.
Good to go.
I got greedy for money and desperation because we were, well, it's just a couple of days before the end of the month and we are in need of cash. 82%, come on, do me well. I need this to happen, sir. Okay, good. So he's shaking it off. He's getting more used to... Actually, no, this is Flatline. So, of course, Flatline is doing well. Sumo needed time to sort of shake it off and get used to what's going on. But Flatline, he's got this. Okay, this is what I was worried about. Is him getting into that cover right there, which will make it very difficult to get accurate fire onto him until we get right on top of him. So what I could do is I could just start shelling from on high. I think I'm going to go for the side angle shot, though. Yeah, it's not great. If I went for this... Turn on my alarm. If I went for Deadfire, 43s. Oh, this Deadfire is just so good. Fire. Okay, we did manage to hit him with one of our lasers, too, so that's going to weaken him. And structure exposed and tore him apart. Lovely. Oh, I love this trebuchet. This trebuchet is beautiful. I had been talking about turning this trebuchet into the SRM variant of the trebuchet. But you know what? This is so much better, and I'm very happy that I listened to you guys on this one. Given the other two are low-tech, poorly repaired tanks, the ejection like that was blind like it was. We stripped away everything. So 480,000, that's a little less than I thought we were going to get. Not going to lie. We got an SRM-6, darn it. Ah, well. I wish I could see the rest of the loot table that I did not get access to, but they lock you out of that one. So that's unfortunate. Infantry exists to paint targets for people with real guns. Disagree, because Mausers are ridiculously powerful on jump troops. Game set match. Yes, indeed. Very well played by everybody involved. I believe that will put us up to enough cash in order to be able to not worry about anything, and that should be a relatively short repair time. The Hatchet Man probably is the longest one, but the Hatchet Man isn't making use of any advanced equipment in terms of Pharaoh or Endo. So that means that his repair time, even though it's going to probably be the most, is not going to be all that long. And did the crab take any damage? He might not have, and if so, that'll work out good. So another 7,000 for 5 days as a repair, and that's everybody. So lock that in right there. 593. Crab is 1 day. Hatchet Man's 5 days. Arbiter's 4 days. Ooh, we're close. Okay, 1 day for the crab. We could take a crab mission today. We're not going to. Hi, end of the month. We are surviving. We are scraping by and getting through. But we're surviving. And we're about to have all 4 mechs ready to go. So, Hatchet Man done in 3 days. 3, 2, 1. Hatchet Man done. We are Arbiter in 2 days. 1, 2. Oh, we are done. Everybody is finished. Oh, let's say hi to the Arbiter. He doesn't have his own model yet. He is using the Wolverine. But let's just double check, because it's been a week and I haven't seen him in a while. So this Arbiter is going to be packing quad ER medium lasers, a ton of jump jets. His heat efficiency is 54 for 60. Oh, and he does have an XL engine. Drop cost, best they had, Endo Pharaoh, MPL, Artemis ammo via the Valk, but the ejection killed the guidance system along with the head. Yeah, good point. So, getting an Artemis requires you to core somebody out like that. So we do have a light skirmisher now. So he's basically a fire javelin. How fast is he? Oh, wow, okay, so 6'10". Tabletop 5'8". So that's okay. I'm on board with this. I have no major refits to do at this point. All of the people are no longer being fatigued, so we can actually just double check on them, make sure anybody needs to be upgraded. Punisher would like a level of something. See, Punisher is currently running a trebuchet. The trebuchet requires tactics and gunnery. Guts for the heat generation? Eventually. Melee accuracy, -2 initiative randomness. That would help, because that'll improve his tactics in general. So, piloting or guts on this one? I think we're going to go piloting. Hard to get green, but you're green.
Training confirmed, Commander.
Super green. We are super green. And then, of course, we need flatline. Flatline is tactics, obviously. It would be nice to get higher on gunnery, but tactics, because you want to move this mech soon. You want his Hatchet Man on the move generally first. Not always, but generally first. So we are going to need a 4th pilot. Who's our 4th? And they're going to be a light scout mech pilot. Probably, honestly, but we could just take Apex. Or Succubus, because Succubus has the 5 gunnery. We'd like her to have a higher tactics, especially if we're throwing her in a scout mech, though. Could skill out Ek to be a shooting scoot? Because I don't have any right now? Huh.
Waiting for orders.
No, I don't think that'd be a great idea. We're going to keep him low for now. We'll probably use one of our existing pilots. So let's check out what sort of missions are available to us. I kind of want to take one cash just so that we're all ready for the end of the month. But that would be a little bit risky. Let's go to a local pirate organization reactivating an old manufacturing facility. Maintain the balance of power allegiance. So pirate tech is always good. Also goes 417 priority, which is really nice. Capture bases in general, at lower levels you don't run into turrets, but you could. So I'm kind of leaning towards it. Sending a message is destroy base. That's almost always turrets, though. And turrets and RogueTech are just ridiculously strong. We try and avoid them to a certain extent. Forward observers. This is a guaranteed intercept mission. Light lance, medium lance. Not sure I quite want to... Well, I'm in probably as good a place as I'm gonna be in for rolling that one. And I want to take a raiding party sometime soon, because it's a good salvage payout for 1.5 skull, which is kind of exactly where we need to be. But I think we'll take manufacturing. And I'm really leaning towards salvage, just because 417 is a really good salvage broker. We are sacrificing about 500,000 by doing this, which is a bit rough, but the salvage can really come in handy. Finally have the Arbiter back. Lovely. Alright, so just for my own personal sanity here. Yes, I know, that probably means nothing to most people, but that's how I set things up in my head. Arbiter needs a pilot. Capture destroy is nice to generally spread out the enemy forces. You can focus on the area, and you have ailerons for turret busting. Yep. Still would lean away from a destroy just for the turrets. So we do need somebody who's going to be fast, mobile, and I'm really leaning on the Apex, because Apex has the tactics ability, which means she's already she has the whatchamacallit. Yeah, tactician, which means she's already got high tactics, which will play into the Arbiter's strengths really well. It does have ER mediums, and I kind of want to give that to Succubus, because Succubus has a gunnery 5, but positioning, I feel, is going to be just a little bit more important, because the ER mediums open up all of our range brackets just a little bit more, make it slightly more accurate. So we're going to drop down with Apex. Succubus is kind of team leader for Team 2. Well, the 3 people of Team 2. So hopefully that'll work out. Does mean sacrificing a little bit in the gunnery department, but being able to move first to get a good shot hopefully will mean that we will be able to get back and side shots to kill people before they can really kind of shoot back. That's the goal anyway. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to turn out that way. We're going to try, though. So, although it will be interesting when the Arbiter gets its model. Because more mechs are getting models. We've got a Longbow, we've got a Valiant, and they just came out with the Stone Rhinos. So, if you don't know what a Stone Rhino is, the Stone Rhinos and the Matars... Well, the Matar was a super heavy mech, and the Stone Rhinos were a clan version of the Matars, which brought it to a 100-ton assault mech. So, as far as I know, we've got 3 community-built mechs, the Valiant, the Longbow, and the Stone Rhino / Matar, which looks the same on the outside. So, we're getting more and more, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing more community creations. I want a Gladiator, though. I like the way that Gladiator hold... If you haven't seen it, the Gladiator battle mech. It's got a really cool way that it holds a PPC. Reminds me of a Battlemaster, or at least some of the concept art for the Battlemaster. Not how it turned out in MWO, but... Alright, so 141,900 C-bills should cover our drop cost. 4 of 17 priority, a single skull. Hopefully that puts us right sort of in the sweet spot for where we want in cash. And of course, Galatia being a hot as all hell planet is difficult to work with at times. But we shall overcome. Oh, lovely. We've got the angle which lets us actually come from on high instead of the angle which forces us in from down low. At least I think that's the map. Anyway, we are going to be able to shoot down, because we are going to stay on top of this mountain for sure. Apex, it's time to move. She moved at 21. I love it. I'm just going to throw you right out there.
Go into full throttle.
Quad ER mediums is a very solid light mech loadout. It's nice and light, for light mechs, obviously. It's nice and light, but also the other fun thing that it grants you is great range brackets. Because you may find yourself, if we had brought somebody with a higher gunnery but a lower tactics, we may not have been able to get into quite favorable range bracket positions. So I'm really looking forward to it. Have Punisher bring up the rear. Surprisingly, all the mechs reasonably close to each other in terms of speed. That'll be quite nice. I would like to get a bigger engine, though. Hello, Zurin. Welcome to the stream. We're just rolling through our RogueTech missions now. So we haven't seen anything just yet, but we may get something. Oh, we have seen them. It's a Clint. Of course it's a Clint. Why is it always a Clint? I don't know. Open fire with everything you got. 1 miss, 2. Oh, wow. 3 of 4 misses. We should have hit 2/3 of that. That was not great. I'm doing fine, Zarin. Hope that you're doing well as well.
I'm getting a sensor trace.
Okay, Apex is getting shelled from long-range missiles, but is okay for now. Hopefully that Clint won't move before we get on the move. Punisher will definitely be able to get on the move. Lovely. No direct line of sight. Does it behoove me to sprint 15 versus direct line of sight, which grants me much better? Yeah, we're going to go for that.
Moving at a sprint.
Also, it opens up our armor. We get to share more. Hopefully that'll draw some fire away from the Valiant, not the Valiant, away from the Arbiter, who is not quite so tough. So, laser blast going out, also not doing tremendously well, but then the missiles are doing quite nicely, actually. Spreading our damage all over the mech, unfortunately, but they were quite on target. Can Black Sheep herself? Oh, she can, and she doesn't even have to run for it. Twin large lasers. Hopefully she can manage to nail both of them. Since there's a dead first turn, second turn, surprised. Open fire. Hit. Oh, 2 good hits. He is, of course, guarded, so he's taking reduced damage from that, but we're starting to whittle him down some. Flatline will be up next to Clint, coming on forward, and gonna punch the Arbiter. This is a bold move. Did manage to hit, not quite open, but did a pretty decent number on the Arbiter's shoulder. And Flatline, on the other hand, is not quite in range for the follow-up. No! And that's not going to be tremendously great. Let's sprint on forward. Oh, even still can't get a direct line of sight on him, so let's just run on in. I'm busy with my game, story filler arc, started the main follow like everyone in. Did you say commandment? Did I say commandment? I'm not sure. I say many things. I speak rather quickly, and sometimes too fast for even myself to pay attention to. So I have lots of hope that Punisher outrolls this Clint, because if he does, we're going to have lots of firepower in addition to him.
Yes, Commander.
So Apex would like to not be where she is right now. Let's go high. Can I get a shot at you from here? I can if I go right here. So,
Lifting up.
bounce. Hello. Yeah, light everything up.
Give him everything I've got.
So, being able to blast from on high is quite nice. Gets her out of the range of being able to be shot so easily. And good, Punisher will be able to be the follow-up, and Punisher can get behind. It is a Clint. We are looking at 1 ballistic and 1 energy. I'm not quite sure what kind of Clint that is. But we're gonna do something fun. We're gonna set our missiles to deadfire. The fact that deadfire is in this game is just lovely. So right on here would be a 50%. If I went up to point blank, we'd be looking at a 50%. So it doesn't really matter all that much. Okay, so let's set ourselves right about there. Still keeps us somewhat protected from this guy down here, who is also a Clint. There are so many Clints on Glacia, it's almost unfunny. And we're gonna hopefully nail it with everything we got. Fire the recoil. Patchwork materials have been destroyed. He is definitely unsteady and having a bad time on that one. Which means Flatline can come in for not the killing blow, but a crushing blow. Do I know which arm that you have your cannon in? Or do you have it at torso? Patchwork materials, that's all we know. Left torso. Clint torso. Watch the guy behind him. Yeah, this Clint down here. We are paying somewhat attention to it. I mean, not a huge amount, but some. So if I went over here, it's your right side. If I hit your leg, I'll tear it right off. That's the goal. Also, most mechs are right side biased, so we did take out his big ballistic that he had in that shoulder. Stability check failed. He's going to be on his back. More easy to pick apart, which is the goal. We want to keep most of his stuff alive, although I'm willing to bet he's not a particularly advanced Clint. So 2 of 3 pilot injuries. Black Sheep will be able to move up next to be able to hopefully take care of that. This Clint is strolling forward. He is going to be able to get into this if he wants. I think he can be aimed just short. So we're going to walk this, get ourselves some really good accurate fire. We're going to try and prevent ourselves from blowing ourselves up too much, so we may not cook too much. Go for a torso, go for a leg. I'm going to go for a leg, I feel. Well, the torso might have his energy weapon in it. If it does, but he also will probably have patchwork materials over here. We're going to go for a leg then. He's got 60-ish health on that one, and almost not that, so we're going to do this. Okay, that was not the leg I asked for. But he did eject. Okay, so that's great. We got most of him. But can games have filler arcs? They can. It's not great. Oh, crap, a rapier. Oh, no. Go away. Stop. Just don't do anything, rapier. Go away. We don't want you here. It's a low-tech Clint, AC5 plus, 2 mLs. It only had a single energy from what I saw, but yeah, it kind of looked like it might be something like that. You do not have shoot and scoot, which is unfortunate, and also you're cooking a little bit, so I gotta get you on the move. Also, we've got a Raven on the way, and it's not just any Raven, it's a Rapier. Rapiers are evil. I used to have one. I know exactly how evil Rapiers can be. So let's turn off some medium lasers just to get ourselves under the heat threshold. Oh, we can keep two on. Lovely. Do I have... Nope, only one in the arm apparently. Fire.
On target.
Missed both times, but that's okay. So, but we are currently covered in the mineral field up top. Back under heat. We're good. Nice overwatch position for our light mech to be in. Rapier coming up. No, go away, Rapier. Nobody wants you. Stop. Don't shoot anything at... Oh, no. On fire, burning target detected. Well, he's not contributing to the fight this round. Alright, Punisher. If I got you in nice and close, you can deal a 17% chance. Are filler arcs bad? Not necessarily, but generally.
What do you need?
Flatline can get there, though, and Flatline has no qualms about running up to a Rapier and axing him. Yes, I know, we want to keep as much of this mech alive, but Rapiers are incredibly irritating, as we are seeing, with missing an 82%. Come on, Flatline, we needed that. We needed you. Where were you? What kind of Clint are you? You are a Clint P. I'm guessing a Pirate Clint, so that might be the same thing. Good shot here. No, not very good shot here, but an okay shot there. Problem is, Rapier probably has some form of self-protection, which is not fun to deal with at all. 30% may be where it's at, unfortunately. I really think focusing on the Clint or the Rapier is the right thing to do. It is just so much more terrifying than a Clint. Yeah, we missed both times, but the light ones managed to get in on there. Unfortunately, Rapiers are not super weak, which is going to be very irritating. We will get ourselves into the forest. Yes, it does sacrifice a side shot. Actually, do we go for the side shot sacrifice? 17% versus... Yeah, it's slightly better to go right here. Okay, lovely. So the shot's going to be terribly inaccurate, to the point where... No, we keep it on. As long as we're not cooking just yet, we keep it on. How long is this going to last? Not quite sure, but in the meantime, how much deadfire ammo I got? I got 3 more shots with deadfire. Open fire. Getting a couple of the deadfire missiles on, enough to expose the structure. Okay, so we're working here. We're getting some good stuff done here. So is filler arcs bad? I think I already answered that. They can be. But they can also be great. And he's going to get into the back of the trebuchet. Okay. Oh no, it's the side. Didn't even make it to the back. He's going to start trying to cook us a bit. And he did manage to Inferno Acid us, but he's not in cover.
That was sloppy, lad.
It was sloppy, and you have an opportunity to do some very nasty things to him because of it. I've got no shot here. Pass out of the mineral field, I think, and we can blaze down on them.
Roger that.
So focus on the Rapier. Oh, but the Clint is just so juicy. So juicy. Yeah, we're gonna let Flatline try and deal with things, and the Clint can take a little bit of light fire and have to deal with that. Override shutdown successful.
Talk to me.
Punisher, you are still being absolutely, totally lambasted with ridiculousness, but I'm gonna get basically right on top of this guy. I do not know if he gets to move next, but I'm going to get right there.
The area isn't clear.
Crap, I can see the target, which means reinforcements are possible. Do we cook it? No. No, we don't. It's too dangerous to cook it. We've got too many people who can impair cooling and screw with you on that one. So we are behind him, which will make him concerned, and now we get to move again. So we did get to stack up 3 on him, and then we got a good hit on him. Upper arm destroyed, out torso damaged. The pilot is in trouble. He is no longer evasive, but now he gets to move. So there is that. So we got to stack up quite a bit of firepower. So most debuffs are 2 turns. So he should be free after this next one. Crab taking a rear attack. And wow, not particularly effective on that one, but he tried. With any luck, yeah, there's no chance the Black Sheep moves first. I take that completely back. There was absolutely 100% chance that Black Sheep got to move first, and I just was not paying attention. Get to a side angle shot? Absolutely. We're going to try and start picking her apart. Do we cook? Yes, sir, we do. We have nothing. Oh, come on. You had 2 79% chances there. That's unfortunate. Punch? Yeah, there's a thought. I was hoping to rip off an arm. Luckily for us, the Rapier... Oh, no, never mind. I thought the Rapier was about to punch based on that. But he's only using his flamethrower. On fire, burning heat critical. But that's why we did not cook with the trebuchet this round.
Yes, Commander.
Apex is going to move right... Oh, she's got such a great shot here. Well, it's not a great shot, if I'm completely honest. But she's got the better shot there. My only concern is she would shut down, which would not be good. Okay, I'm going to start laying fire down on the rapier here. Got an open arm. We want to start breaking stuff. Shut that one off. Shut that one off. Shut that one off. It's only a single shot.
Affirmative.
Miss. Expected. I don't want to punch. I think punching is... Well, I might punch.
Repeat. Negative damage.
So, Punisher's ready, and Punisher is still debuffed. If he goes for a punch, it is a 77% chance, and it is in the back. We may as well, I suppose. I shall listen to the community, and we'll try and punch. Okay, Clang on his back. Damaging the pirate engine. And he is unsteady. Lost his evasion. So Flatline could come in here and probably break him in half. Which I don't really want to do that. I want to preserve some of it. So he's going to come in from the side. It is on the left side, so if he hits an arm, he's got to travel through the arm and a torso, which still exists before he gets to the CT. He is dealing 114 damage. Ooh, if he axes that, he's gonna kill it. Maybe. No, it should survive. If he hits an arm and a leg, he will survive. Or, you know, he could miss entirely. That happens too. 87% chance. Come on, Flatline. You've missed 2 gimme opportunities. But I think, on the bright side, I've got him trapped. You're going nowhere. Unless you've got jump jets. Okay. And the pilot ejected. Good. Awesome. Socks. Alrighty, so we've got most of that Raven now. You're so much more skilled, you just minus 7 to his initiative. So the Clint is going for a point-blank range shot, blasting everything he's got, but that's going to cook him. There's no way that does not cook him. He does not have the heat to deal with that. Hit critical. Shutdown avoided. Apex. You're going to move to this position because you have a perfect shot into his back. And he's a Clint, and let's be honest. We're going to probably be already fully covered with stealing everything off that rapier. So, good shots. Raining down some fire. Weaken him up. Override successful. And Flatline, would you like to do the honors? Mainly because I'm concerned that if I use my Deadfire LRMs and I get into a major battle moving up, I will not have them. Snip, snap, fear the crab. That's a good one. Yeah, the little snip animation with the crab's hands. How are you doing? You're not doing all that well at all. And I want to keep you making you feel like you're not doing well at all. I am going to not use Deadfires, because I've only got one... My concern is I've got 1 round of shooting left on the Deadfires. I don't want to waste them. I need to be on your right side, indeed, so that I can hopefully deal damage to this torso and tear that off, and maybe promote you to eject. No, we can miss with 7%. A lot of missing going on in the melee. Like, I'll grant you that melee is a bit of an all-in on that one, but still, I am disappointed in some of the inaccuracy that I'm seeing. Hi. I don't really care to keep him alive, so feel free and have fun. Okay, we did kill him. I thought for a second that we didn't and he would eject, but no, we've got that taken care of. Lovely. Okay, so reinforcements are inbound, but we are good. We still have one round of shooting left in the Deadfire, so I'm happy I saved that. We'll be able to get the Arbiter nice and chill. We'll brace that down to chill out. Same with Black Sheep herself, so we're going to move into the mineral field, because it's a little bit better protection from long-range fire than a forest is. Forests are great, don't get me wrong, but when you're dealing with long-range fire, you're better off not getting hit at all. Got a Spider 5K moving in, okay. Can't remember if that's the machine gun Spider or not. Just moving at an absolute ridiculous pace. Can get a direct line of sight, lovely. Set our Deadfires to normal mode, because we are back in normal business. I wish I had more Deadfire ammunition. If I did, I would use it. Long-range fire going down. And we are inspired, it appears. So we're slightly more accurate at long range. Flatline really can't do much in this situation, unfortunately, because he doesn't have the firepower to add. Got a Harasser. Harassers are unfortunate to deal with. Perfect time and clear. Yes, it was. We got there just in time. Lay down some fire, I think? Or sprint. No, we're going to lay down some fire. We're going to let them come to us. Plus, we got a nice autocannon that can fire a lot of times. 16%. Miss. Miss. Unfortunate. Or maybe that was a hit. I did hear a thwunk, but that could have just hitting the ground. Alright, enemy gets to move again. And the spider will rush into range. It is the machine gun spider. Okay. And he's going to open fire on the trebuchet. He may have made a mistake by coming this close to a trebuchet with dead fire ammunition. He may not live to enjoy that. Can I get a good shot on his side? I can't really. So if I just move up here, lay it on, it's 40%. Really, oh, the high ground accuracy is great. So rain down. Oh, we got 2 hits on a spider. 2 hits are very bad, especially because flatline might be in range. Then maybe actually. I'm really hoping that Black Sheep is not blocking that.
Receiving you.
Black Sheep is indeed blocking that line of attack. Unfortunate. Okay, Trebuchet. We're gonna get you right on top of him. And we're gonna use the last of our dead fire ammo, I think. Because he's got so little armor that getting through that is just... yeah. Let's get him. Yep, we got a penetration. We got a lot of misses. We got a lot of hits. The CT cooling is destroyed. Unfortunately, that's not actually going to have any real effect. Flatline. Flatline. Oh, he can get there. Okay, good. And that's exactly what it is we're going to do. 87%. You can do it. I believe in you. He's missed 2 really easy chances so far, but maybe this one will work. Oh my god, come on, man. You're better than this. I know you are. Black Sheep herself shall have to deal with this problem. Alright, so we shall roll on right here. I had intended to open a fire on the harasser, but that's not going to happen this round. Also 22%. But hey, I've got 2 43s. And I can miss both of them. But I did manage to hit the medium laser on armor that you had, but we're working on that. Give me a little bit longer and we'll see what we can get done. Harasser is moving up. He will be visible. Not. Nope, he is visible. Okay. Opening fire with his SRMs. At least I thought they were SRMs. Yeah, they're SRMs. Okay. And hopefully Apex can outrun this guy. Apex can indeed. Lovely. It's time to fire down from on high. Once again, we're not even going to move. And I think we got that hit. Spider pilot arms are armless up close explodes. Alright, gyro crit destroyed. Evasive has been lost, so he's going to be slowed down. He is going to move now, and I have little doubt he's going to shoot down on the Arbiter, because that would be a good target. He may try and get around to the back. He can't move very fast, though, because he is unsteady, which means he can't sprint. Oh, we've got people moving off screen. That is moderately concerning. Alright, he's got a point-blank range, open fire with machine guns. I'm going to assume he's an ace pilot, or maybe not. His machine gun just jammed. Okay, he's about to have a bad day. No other way to put that. And a lot more activity going on. Either that or the game is thinking very hard about what it needs to do next in order to survive. He is an ace pilot and he is backing right up out of the area. I don't think Flatline can get to him. Yep. Oh, how wrong I was. Flatline can most certainly get to him. And shall. The question is, can Flatline actually hit? Another 87%. Come on, man. You've missed 3 really easy ones. But not... oh, nice! He was just queuing up, man. That's all. He was just setting up for what was going to be his master stroke. Good job, Flatline. I'm proud of you.
Good to go.
Oh, you see, some pilots can redeem themselves in almost no effort at all. And we've got a 69% chance to hit this rapier, or this harasser, so let's plop him. Alrighty, we got taken care of him. Lovely. So that worked out quite nicely. I believe... oh, no, there is one other unit somewhere out there. We don't know quite where he is, but he's out there. And you know what I'm going to bet he is? An urban mech. Because if he's not here yet, he's very, very slow. Next one right through the cockpit. Decapitation. Enemy movement. Where be ye? Hopefully not sneaking up on our back. We do need to get Apex on forward, though, now, because she will not be able to provide sufficient coverage from up there. So, leap into action. Whoosh. And brace. We don't see anything, so we may as well brace. Back to us. Black Sheep herself shall sprint into action as well. Not going super far, but she's thinking about it. We're going to move her around outside here. Probably move Flatline in the same direction. That way Flatline can get on top of somebody. The Punisher, on the other hand, he cares not for close-range combat. Well, actually, no, that's a complete and total lie. He absolutely adores it because he's got dead fires. Not anymore, but he used to. Turn on the normal missiles. We'll actually have fairly decent fire. I'm surprised that the Striker is so far out of position. I thought for sure that this would be an urban mech, but it is not. So, doing a pretty decent job of nailing him with quite a bit of fire. Flatline is going to have to just go into full fire support mode, which he's not terrible at. Kind of trying for those low odds headshots the entire time. Indeed, he's been taking aim every single round and did not tell his commander. Oh, nice shooting. Managed to nail him with one of our autocannon 5 rounds. That ultra autocannon 5 is quite nice. And not moving very far at all. The trebuchet should not have too much trouble actually hitting him. Taking a little bit of damage on the front, but hey, the armor is holding up quite nicely. And an LRM 5 managed to misfire. Okay, lovely. So let's get a sprint going on, or is it a jump? 6 and 1/2 dozen the other, so we're going to run.
Copy that.
So we're just going to zip on the Arbiter to get on up there. And not in range yet, but we'll be soon, and she can chill off even more. Punisher himself... Actually, no, it's only the Black Sheep herself, not Punisher himself. Sorry, Punisher is awesome and amazing from the last campaign, but it is always the Black Sheep herself. 74, 84, 79, and if we just fired from here... Yeah, it's slightly better if we walk. So let us make that walk. Right here, right? Yes, indeed.
On my way.
Hi. Hopefully goodbye. Okay, we managed to miss one completely wildly, but now we're sending the stream of missiles in on him. No penetrations yet, but it will be soon. I have great confidence in that. Continuing to walk forward, having to rely mostly on our gunnery chance here, because he didn't move far enough to really build up too much evasion, and there it goes! Flatline managing to win the mission solely through his long-range shooting. Now we must occupy the facility, and hopefully not get smushed under that. LRM 17 pirates. Oh, you crazy, crazy pirates. How would you even get an LRM 17? Literally, the numbers do not stack up. Unless you start adding SRMs to an LRM launcher, in which case, you have problems, sir. Alright, Apex, let's get you on the roll. Let's zip you on as fast as we can. You're gonna have a race with the crab itself. And the Black Sheep herself shall move quickly. I think Apex might get it, but it's gonna be certainly close to see who gets to run into that occupation zone first. Flatline is going to make the sprint along over in this direction. We're going to have, of course, Punisher roll around in the other direction. Just see if we can't have a little bit of fun with it.
Talk to me.
So this mission went out quite nicely. And there were some real moments when things could have gone very badly. Like when that Rapier showed up. All hell could have broken loose immediately, and it did not. So very happy with that one. We actually managed to get quite a few mechs on that one. In terms of just pilots ejecting. So I believe this was 4 of 17. So if that's the case, we could get ourselves a mech somewhat soon. Did Apex manage to make it into the zone? I think she's just outside.
Yep.
Flatline rushing up as well. Needs to get quickly towards the area. Hopefully not get smushed by the giant dropship. Although it's actually not that big.
I hear ya.
And sprint in. And I think the Black Sheep has won the race. Facility occupied, all targets managed to be eliminated. We have successfully accomplished our goals. You just pull out non-essential parts, add a few tubes, like a guidance system. Yeah, that's one way to do it, I suppose. Although I think on a long-range missile, that guidance system might be a tad bit important. Alright, 116,970 C-bills. That covered our drop cost. And surprisingly, only 4 kills. Everything else was ejections. So, good job, crew. And, yeah, we could get a Clint if we wanted. There's a really good opportunity to grab one. 1, 2, 3, 4 parts to the Rapier. So, not quite worth going all in on that. Endo Steel, thank you. 240 fusion cores. Oh, I'm gonna keep it just for now. Also a Tagger and an ultralight gyro. And so many lovely, wonderful things. What's the other cool stuff further down the list? Jump jets, patchwork materials, a spiked StealthX armor! You give me so many riches that I desire to have. Give me that StealthX armor right bloody now. All the way down. Oh wait, you had more stuff? Oh yeah, you've got all your crazy ammunitions, but give me that stealth armor. So, stealth system prevents detection from enemy sensors, imposes a penalty of 1 to any sensor checks being used against it, 1 to hit against units, against stealth units, 1 to hit against stealth units at medium range and long range, so cumulative -3 at long range, 2 against stealth unit at extreme ranges, so that goes up to -5, I think, 2 defense before movement decay, 2 hexes before stealth defense decays. Okay, so that's... stealth is good for slow, I guess? Requires an ECM, 20% increase. I think I want it anyway. It's nice. It's lovely. Fusion Core 240, do I need it? I don't have any. And the Fusion Core 240 is not amazing. It's not 250. 250 is kind of a breakpoint. StealthX is the poorest quality? Yeah, but it's the only one we found so far. Like, even in the last... even in Ripper's Rumblers campaign, we haven't run into any stealth armor at all. So having stealth of some description could help. And the question becomes, what else would we replace with it? Pirate engine is minus 15% engine weight factor change, 6 reserve slots. So it doesn't blow up, it surely boost the engine. There's a note etched on the main board that says suck it yang. So there's increase all our movement, minus 15% engine weight change, and 6 engine slots reserved. So is that 3 in each torso? Like, is this the same as an XL engine? Or is it the same as a light engine? Because if it's a light engine, then that's great. Then we should grab that even over, I don't know, the Stealth X armor, honestly. Ultralight gyro is just fantastic. It's only a 30 stability threshold instead of a 40, I think. So it's not a lightweight gyro. I could go, of course, for mech parts. There's quite a few mech parts here, actually. With top speed, massive. Original prototype carried an Armstrong autocannon 10 and a single medium laser as a secondary weapon and no jump jets. Do I go for a mech? Because honestly, there's a good opportunity here to get a Clint. And that'd be a 40-ton mech. 40 tons a breakpoint, though. That's not a great mech tonnage that you go for. I'm really thinking about taking that pirate engine over the stealth armor. I want the stealth armor, but that pirate engine might be better. It's a twist on XL? Oh, okay. So not as much weight reduced, but still as many critical slots taken. That's unfortunate. I mean, it would make our Hatchet Man faster. We could put it in here, but at that point, you're really risking things there. You know what? I am going to grab this stealth armor. The spiked helmet used to be an auto include, but it used to give you weight back. 10% melee damage. No. Yes, maybe. Okay, that's my plan. Yes, I'm dumping a fusion core, but I think this could work. Give it to me. We're going to not think about it anymore. 2 parts for Clint. We've got 3 of the 4 locust parts, or not the locust, but the rapier parts. That's good. That's a really nice haul right there. We got the Narc launcher. We also got a Narc and the Haywire ammo to go with it. We didn't get a fusion core. I had a little bit of hope for it, but hey, that could work out quite nicely. So not a terrible haul in terms of stuff at all. Very happy with that one. So let's see how long these repairs are going to take, because I think I want to build a little bit of cash so that I can go and upgrade the Argo, because we really do need to upgrade the Argo. That's getting to be somewhat important. But XL armor or endosteel armor is going, or endosteel armor structure, and endosteel structure would be very helpful. Endo is phenomenal compared to Pharaoh. Pharaoh's okay, but Endo's amazing. Question is who would get it. And I'm leaning towards the Trebuchet, honestly. If I could get a bigger engine in it, or if I could get a bigger engine and put it in the Hatchet Man. 14,000 for the next 9 days. Okay. We can work with that. Still covered our drop cost. So not sacrificing too much there. So how long are we dealing with here? I want the Arbiter done first. We're going to stage this backwards, I think. 1, 2, 3. We're looking at a 6-day repair here. Not quite, but... Or at least we would be if we had the max Argo upgrade. We're going to roll it like this. Arbiter's done. Crab's done. Hatchet Man's done. Alright, give me the mech bay. I need to see my Hatchet Man. Because we may be modifying it. It's got an engine core 180. Ugh. Okay. Endo brings us 2 tons. Ultralight gyro is... So we are losing 10 stability if we do this. But it does give us 3.5 tons. If I wanted to get a 265, it's 16.5 tons. This is 6 tons. So if I wanted to do this, what would have to happen... And I'm not going to do this, but I'm just saying, if I wanted to do this, what would have to happen is something like that. And then we'd find half a ton. Oh, that's actually easy, because the fusion core has all the internal heat sinks that it needs, so we don't need any of that. Gives us 1.5 tons back. I can't not do it with an XL engine, because that gives me 5 tons overweight, unless I dump the Ultra. That gives me a lot of tonnage, actually. Holy crap. I wanted to do something like this. Spike Barrier helmet. Whoop. Oh, that does still give me a ton back. Really? I thought they patched that. I thought they fixed spiked helmets to make them not quite as good. I don't need any heat sinks of any description whatsoever. That gives me 3 tons left. There's 4 tons in these medium pulses. Or a ton of tonnage in the ultra autocannon. Do I have the energy weapons to swap out? I don't. Okay. That's unfortunate. Also don't have the autocannon. Well, I do have an autocannon 10, but it's 12 tons versus the ultra autocannon 5s is 9 tons, which is not going to get me many places if I do that. But we are only 3 tons overweight. And it is because of the gyro UL. And, of course, the endo. This will make us a lot less stable. That's actually really dangerous. So if I didn't do that, and I did something like that, it gives me 6.5 tons to work with. It is certainly a risk, though. And honestly, I don't think I can actually fill out all this tonnage. Throw in the Guardian ECM in the head. Throw in the AMS. It is an old-style AMS. It doesn't have the new one. And give me the stealth armor. The 3.5 tons. I'm looking at a heat efficiency of... I can give myself maximum armor there. 2.19 tons. Heatsink. Actually, at that point, I didn't even need the endo. 0.19 tons. Hand over there, medium pulses. That's kind of it. I mean, this really forces us to go full in on a choppy hatchet man, because he's got to get in with the enemy. So the only thing that's holding me back from doing this is the fact that this ultra autocannon has proven that it's worth it, and also he doesn't have a supercharger or mask. If we get a supercharger or mask, this goes on the table, and this will be what we will consider. But for now, I can't quite justify that. What I can do is endo. This is a 6-ton engine, and I have a 160 fusion cores lighter. Oh, I didn't get the 240. Okay. We may have to keep this with what it is, unfortunately. Although we do have a potential upgrade path if we want to move in that direction. So I would like to get a supercharger though before I do that, just to make sure that he can move. Disturbingly low on firepower now. I'm not going to make that change yet. So, but that is kind of the direction I'm thinking about moving in. If I could get a light engine, I might be able to get some more firepower back into that mech. But one of the problems is just how badly limited it is on hardpoints. It's got 3. So you've got 1 ballistic, 2 energy. Go nuts. You can still do endo, helmet, ECM, stealth armor. Thought about it, but it's slow. Then slow is not terrible with ECM. Yeah, if we went endo, stealth, and then it requires us to go spiked helm and Guardian ECM suite. Gives us 1.5 tons remaining. It's probably throwing an AMS actually. Make him a little bit more defended against it. Or we could go with armor. Yeah, I think we do armor. AMS is nice, but AMS is only a 15% reduction in damage against missiles only. And also it can potentially explode for ridiculous damage. So it's like a 6 days. We'll be mostly done with that. I could trim to try and get something else on here, but we're so close to the tonnage limit that I don't want to bother. So 6 days, we'll have a hatchet man back.
I'll get it in the schedule.
Crab really doesn't have any good upgrades to work with right now. I mean, we just put a ton of our stuff into the hatchet man. So, really, we've got nothing to throw in here. We do have endo composite, which we could have taken off and used somewhere else. I don't want to use this XL engine. It's just an invitation for death and destruction. Even this ultralight gyro is a bit of a problem. I do have some concerns with it. It would give us a 1.5 tons, though, which is stuff, which is a decent number of stuff. So, that would probably 16.5. You are 15.5. That would be me that and 0.5 ton. But the crab's okay for now. So we're going to hold off on any other major upgrades, honestly. Trebuchet in 4 days, Hatcherman in another 6. I think I want to sell that XL engine. We're not going to use it. I'm too concerned about getting hit by something in order to field that XL engine. I will not do it. And it'll sit in that hold forever. And we'll never do anything with it. So we're going to get rid of the XL engine. Yeah, it sucks. XLs are cool, but it's too risky, especially in this game where life can end very, very fast. And what we can then do with the money that we made from that is now we can upgrade the Argo. And we really should have done this before, but now we can get the automation. That'll give us 100% efficiency. That'll be done in the next several days. And with that, we can take a mission soon-ish, once we get everybody fixed up. With that, we can fix up our mechs a lot faster, and that's a huge bottleneck. So, automation's complete. That gives us a bonus in how much... tech points that we have, and now allows us to work on 2 mechs simultaneously at full capacity, which is stupid strong. Alright, you get tactics, because tactics is essential. Sumo is training, Succubus is training, Punisher doesn't need anything, Flatline needs an accuracy buff. Ek is in hold, and Apex is good. So Apex can take piloting or guts. Guts gives us injury resistance, which means we're less likely to die. As long as things go well, it's not a huge job. It's not a huge problem. If things go completely to crap, though, it does become a problem. Unsteadiness threshold is a little bit more proactive because it means you can tank more fire and be less likely to fall over and then take pilot injuries that way. So let's go take a contract. 13 days before the end of the month. I think we may want to take a cash contract just to work that out, because we're starting to run out here. How much reputation do I have with you? I'm at 19. I think one more mission I might get it. The forward of service is a straight up battle. Sends us up against lights and then mediums, if I'm not mistaken. Might not be a bad idea. Clear out the mercs. Works for the... No, it's against the Lyrans. I'd like to avoid fighting the Lyrans if at all possible. No, the planetary government just hates the Lyrans. They are not happy with them whatsoever. So forward observers, could take it for cash. Here's a 3 of 13. If I took it for cash, we'd be set for the month. And then we want to turn the tables, I think. Pirate... So they are pirate military units, so they're not quite as good. So... if I go for full salvage, I'm losing out on 500,000. I'd need to sell quite a few things in order to make it. If I do this, we're fully comfortable. That's the thing. Yeah. I think I'm going to take cash. I really do. But salvage calls to me. It always does. We got the A-team. We're going to rock and roll. I like salvage, because salvage lets me do things with it. So if this mission runs okay, then we might be able to sell some. You can always salvage one part. You get the random salvage, though. And if you go for the single part salvage, it feels like the worst of all worlds. I find, personally, in this game, I like to either go one extreme or the other. I think you get better mileage out of it than if you try and go for the, oh, I'll take the reduced salvage, but just get the one, and then I'll take some cash, but not all. I always think, it always seems like I'm kind of screwing myself a bit if I take one of the mid-range options. I think I've only done it like once or twice out of all the campaigns we've played, because the desire to get an extreme on one or the other is pretty powerful. So, and if this goes right, we might be able to get a couple of fusion cores. We can sell those. We'll do well. If not, well, we've got a javelin in the hold that we can sell that we're probably not going to use, because the amount of time, if we would need the javelin, the amount of time it would take to get it out of the hold fully kitted out, we'd probably be dead by then. So we're carrying around the javelin sort of as an emergency just in case, but the odds are we're never going to use it. Them's the odds anyway. Alright, let's go say hello to the pirates and steal all their piratey stuff. Once again, Galatia, hot map. Oh, it's this one, so we get to move up to here, and then it's open ground, and you get to have all kinds of fun. Well, let's get Apex on the move, and we want to get her moving fast. And we're going to go up top here. One, because her ER medium lasers can take advantage of the range buff, and two, because she has the jump jets, so she can get off of this mountain. The thing that keeps me away from putting the Black Sheep up here is because once she's up here, she does not get down. Same problem with Flatline, because he's got the Ultra Autocannon. They're just going to run right up the slot. Unfortunately, his sprint is quite slow. Oh, that's very unfortunate. You are so slow that you will be backing up everybody else. So you're going to reserve to the back. Swing wide right here and hit the reinforcements first. Huh, yeah, I've never thought about doing that before. Yeah, let's try it. I've never tried it before. May as well give it a shot. And maybe things will go well. Lock down over there. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this map. Because I feel it really, really tests you quite heavily on certain areas that I'm not a fan of being tested on. And we'll run over in this direction and start swinging. See if you can't hide a little bit. We'll have to pull her back soon.
Yes, Commander.
One thing that I am just... It really is somewhat difficult to work with is the fact that this hatchet man is so slow. Flanking maneuvers, yes indeed. Alright, Apex.
Commander.
It's time to pull back. We're not going to go that way. Go this way.
Go into full throttle.
That'll keep those fighters off your back. Black sheep. Move her fast. Move her nimbly. Initial force is bait in this mission. If you ignore them on the high mountain, the way go down to give you cover. Wait, the initial force is bait in this mission. If you ignore them, the high mountain and way down give you cover. Away to rain death. You're going to have to unpack that just a little bit for me. I'm sorry. But yeah, we're going to come around for the flank over here. If we get a position right here, we can shoot down on them from cover. Punisher, you're on the move. Zipping along. Desperately need to get flatline a bigger fusion core without, you know, giving them an XL engine. Which, you know, is a bit of a joke because the hatchet man that we have in Ripper's Rumblers does have an XL engine in it. Which, you know, for a melee mech, we've given you one of the most deadly things that you can possibly have. And he has almost died on several occasions because of it. Oh, what is it? Bubblegum and baling wire. He was down to like 7 or 9 health left on the side torso. And amazingly, they didn't manage to blow it apart. Or just get crits on the engine itself. You're on the high ground in the entire area. The hill on your left blocks the initial LOS badly. Oh, okay. Let's hop over here.
Confirm.
Whoosh. Make use of our jump jets. And the fact that we're bracing in order to ignore all the problems that we may have from using jump jets. Okay, Punisher's a little bit blocked in, so we gotta reserve. Because the black sheep's up first. Moving silently and deadly. And from behind, surprise! Okay, we got a fire truck and a striker and a locust. Not concerned about the locust, but the fire truck could be deadly. So open fire. Hit, miss, and hit. So it looks like we got 2 good hits on that side right there. Hopefully the fire truck doesn't get to move. And we got a commando P. Okay, so you're not the punchy commando, are you? Why do I know everything about you? Wow, okay, so we know everything about this commando. Flatline. Flatline will not be able to participate in this battle just yet. Because he is slow. And I don't want to get in the trebuchet's way because the trebuchet needs to move next. So unfortunately, I am going to have to reserve down, which probably means the fire truck's going to be able to turn away. But Flatline wasn't going to be able to get a shot anyway. In the aerospace area lets you go down safely rather than being boxed by 2 potential lances. There's your reinforcements, perfectly placed to get ganked. The commando with Oh, okay, yep. Then we're going to have to focus on him, no doubt. That Vibro Shiv is deadly. We've been hit by one. Or the Valiant got hit by one once, and it killed him. Okay, fire truck beat aggressive, rolling right on in. And the Black Sheep will be able to get a side shot on him, it looks like. But she's probably going to have to focus on that commando. Got long-range missile fire coming from the initial force as they realize they need to retask. Oh, no, they've got a rapier.
You got nothing, you hear me?
Blinding flare and scrambled. That's not great. Okay, sprint. Get me direct lines of sight. If you can manage it, you can. Lovely.
Roger.
So give that fire truck... Yeah, the fire truck? Yeah, give the fire truck everything you got.
Roger that.
It managed to miss with both lasers, but then we threw a cloud of missiles at him, most of which didn't connect, but structure was exposed. And we critted them some stuff, but we didn't blow them up. Which is the greatest of all the tragedies, because if we had managed to crit ammunition that could explode, he'd be dead, and we'd be happy. So it may be up to Apex to try and take this one so that we can then focus on the commando. It's kind of lucky that the fire truck went after the crab first, because it's the dead fire that really is probably going to rip this commando apart. Okay, another commando off in the distance trying to get in here. It's a 3A. I don't remember which version of the commander that is, but he's not in a position to actually support just yet. Apex, how you doing? Apex can get a shot, but not on the person that I care about. How about if you jumped? Oh, you can get a shot, no problem then. It's not going to be a great shot, but you just got to get one in the right spot.
Affirmative.
Which, yeah, I figured. We did get a hit on the front, but that's not going to kill. And that fire truck gets another shot, it's going to cause lots of problems. Do have to be careful of that vibro shiv. That's terrifying. Enemy melee. And the fire truck is out of here. He is done with this battle. Commando coming in. Commando is out in the open. Didn't move all that far, actually. I'm kind of surprised. Now, unfortunately, now the crab is not going to be able to get a good shot where this would be normally perfect. And he's a little bit too far to use dumbfires. Korea is a twin SRM-6 medium laser flamer with reduced armor, about as durable as a locust. Okay.
Talk to me.
We can definitely work with that one. Go for you. Yeah, we'll move slightly away from here. That way we're not quite... 69. Oh, I've got a shot right in your back, but it's not a good shot. Alright, let's focus on the vibro shiv first. That is important. So, yeah. Oh, dumbfire goes to 50%. The damage also goes up by 2. That would go up by 3. So, I lose almost 20% accuracy, but the damage goes up by 2. From 5 to 7 is... It's not a 20% increase, is it? And it's lower on the other one. No, we're gonna unload with everything we got. Try to do the math in my head on the fly, but that did not work out so great. We did open him up, fusion core crits. He's not having a good day. We did go for full salvage, so that's a bit unfortunate that we've managed to tear open his CT immediately. I would have liked to have torn open his legs, but I suppose that was always going to be the more probable result. And Locust is rolling on for a flank, I suppose. He's not going to be in a position to really support fire at all. But we've got a little bit of time to work with these guys, and now they've got to be forced into the open, which is great, because we're going to keep moving around in this direction, make them come across this huge open plain. And the Striker also pulling back, but he's got LRM, so he's going to contribute those to the fight against the Trebuchet at the moment. And Trebuchet taking a little bit of damage, but mostly able to shake it off.
Barely a scratch.
But it's probably a good idea, Punisher, if we do not taunt them. After all, do you remember how your last campaign ended? We would prefer to avoid that. LRM fire coming down with the crab. Not a thing can touch it. Unfortunately, the crab's not going to be able to touch anybody else because the crab is currently blinding flared, which is difficult to work with. Give me an altitude advantage at the least. Well, I can shoot back over the shoulder towards you. It'll be a terrible, terrible accuracy shot, so I don't think I quite want to do that. Move up for you. That's actually not terrible. How about right here? Also pretty okay. So we're going to do that. We're going to... Unfortunately, we're going to rip the guts out of this thing, hopefully. Unfortunately, hopefully. Okay, problems were had. Problems were definitely had. Okay, not great. You missed a lot of shots. You should hit at least 2 of them. It's up to Flatline to save the day and win the girl. Unfortunately, I don't want to move there. I want to sprint even closer. Right? 22. It's a shot, and we'll get into a bit of a melee duel. A little bit of a shuffle there, 26, 18, not too good. Open fire. We only need a little bit of damage on him to take him out of the fight, and we shoot a lot of times. Okay, we did get a hit. Unfortunately, I think that was on the side torso. Second hit, looks like it was on an arm. Tore off his hand, and his torso. You did tell the crab pilot hitting would be unfortunate, orders were followed. I told her it would be unfortunate, but also hopefully. So, partially my fault for not being incredibly clear, but we shall work through it. Unfortunately, Apex is... a little bit of trouble. She doesn't have shoot and scoot, so I can't leave her still. But at the same time, there's really no great places for her to go. I suppose that's going to have to... that could actually work. Okay. I can work with that. So we're going to move up, and then we're probably going to pull you back. So open fire everything you got. That probably killed him. That did not kill him, but it did take out his leg, and Jarrow critted him. Buddy, if I were you, I would eject right now. He did not eject right now. Okay, so he's been knocked down, so that's great. And now we get to make called shots at him.
Good to go.
Unfortunately, I kind of wanted to open fire on the fire truck, because I thought it'd be funny. I don't have a very good shot on the fire truck, though. So there is that working against us. Okay, so any overkill will kill this thing. There's no way we preserve anything out of this mech. Let's be honest with ourselves. Okay. I need to hit 2 large lasers, but that's too much for the commando to take, so that's not tremendous. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move over here, start to pull back. That's not salvage? Yeah, it's not salvageable, unfortunately. But we're going to go for it. And I'm going to shut off a large laser? Actually, no, don't go for the leg. Go for the CT. Large laser off, large laser off. Chill out for the next round. And that's all we needed. So his CT is destroyed. He still has the shiv there, so that's cool and fun to take. I love that the Black Sheep has such a cheerful disposition on life. Hi, Commando! He's about to go swinging for the fences. Not able to connect by 3%. Oh, she could feel the wind off of that one. Alrighty, but now you are in close, where the Punisher plays. And he fires his dumbfires like a every day. So, even with the deadfires, it's not particularly great. But if I do just a little bit of damage like that... Oh, wow, he almost tore his head off. Good shot with the medium laser. Okay, so that's interesting. Fire truck coming back. They want to make sure to keep an eye on the crab. Machine guns and oil slicks and fire, but luckily I got rid of all of my heat. Oh, he only hit me with the flamer, and his heavy machine gun jammed. Oh wait, no, the rapier's off over here. Probably going to be our primary thing. Stinger, you've got to be the rapier, aren't you? No, you're a fire starter. Okay, here's the person driving around with the LRM-5 magnets. Okay, a lot of machine gun fire down on the Arbiter. It has the ability to handle this. We just would prefer not to. Flatline. Flatline is in range to deal with the commando, and he shall. Swing. Use the axe. Go protect your buddy. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna admit, not super happy about it because, well, he almost had his head blown off, which would have been really cool if we just had a little bit more damage, but we didn't have it. But it would have been nice for a medium laser headshot. Striker, maneuvering very slightly. Gonna take a couple of shots on the hatchman. It's on the right side, so he is hitting the hatchet arm, which we would prefer not to have broken on this mech. After all, that hatchet arm, kind of important to a mech named a hatchet man. He managed to break into another LRM-10. I'm getting further and further convinced that hot-loaded LRMs are the reason why that LRMs misfire and explode. I might be wrong on that, but it does seem to be that way. Either that or it's just a result of pirate equipment, which a lot of pirate equipment breaks for no apparent reason. There you are. I was wondering where you were. Alright, he's gonna bridge your shot. Don't touch me. Oh, you hit me. That's not good. Okay, so we've been blinding flared and sensor scrambled, which is unfortunate on several levels. Which side for you is open? It's the right, isn't it? No, it is the left. Oh, you've just, you're dead. If I'm willing to risk it. I'm not quite willing to risk it, I'll be honest. Part of me says that is a very risky thing to do. However, ooh, that is an option. It's an option we're gonna take. Pop. Hi. If I don't want to cook, I've got to shut off every single weapon this round. Get unlatched from that. Yeah, if I didn't shoot this round, I would not cook, but you know what? We're gonna boil it a little bit. Front armor's almost gone. I'm not sure of what, but that's okay. I'll take 2 shots. No, we'll take 3. Statistically, 1 should hit. Of course, we have to remember that this is the Lance on occasion that misses 2 to 3 85% in a row. Shutdown to override successful. She's gonna have to run back and be a little bit defensive, but that's not terrible. Have the crab maneuver for a good shot. That is a good shot. I want to take out the... I want to take out the support people so that I can focus on the rapier properly, because the rapier is going to be important to take rather intense. How much armor do you have? It's not great, let's be honest. Who do I have good shots on? Oh, I've got a beautiful shot on you. Not so great shot on you. Pretty decent shot on you. You. Go bravo, bravo. And we're going to try it. Okay, we got the penetrating hit. I think that'll kill him. That did kill him. Good job. So we managed to perfectly set it up to kill the fire truck. And then we nailed him both times with the large lasers. Oh, that's what I like to see. Flatline. Flatline is in range to deal with a locust. And we shall to remove a locust. Hi, support locust with twin machine guns and a medium laser. You only half exist now. Reflect on that.
Gotcha.
Looks like the ultra autocannon is sort of like a short barrel version, which I think is quite nice. Getting up close because we need to start dueling with a rapier rather soon. We'll figure out how much the LRMs are actually capable of doing now. So 43-20, yeah, that's not going to be great. So we are going to have to dead fire people. Oh, but I go up to 80s here. How much armor you got? You got enough armor to handle this. You don't care. 69. I think I focus on the fire starter. I could get a shot on the stinger with dead fires. Might kill him even. I mean, he's got to be irritating to deal with. What kind of fire starter are we dealing with here? A 1H. 2 machine guns, 2 lasers. Could be a large laser. That's my concern. Do not hotload that. I do not want hot-loaded ammunition on this at all. Yeah, thank you. I don't want these things hot-loaded. That's too dangerous. Normal, open fire.
Copy that.
Deal with this fire starter a little bit. Okay, we got 2 good hits and a penetrator. And structure exposed. Doesn't look like we critted anything off of it. I had hope. Wasn't a great hope, but I did have hope. And we got a fire starter deciding he's going punch and clang on the back of armor. Not tremendous. We're not very happy about that one. We're kind of expecting it, but not happy about it. So this striker, not super worried about it just yet. We don't have any openings, but that's going to change soon. Point blank range, flamethrower, tags. I think we got hit by the blinding flare. And we're on fire, and just all sorts of bad. That's why rapiers are evil. I want to take this rapier reasonably intact. We've got 3 parts to a rapier already. If we can get 2 more, we're great. Stinger is a lamb? Stinger 3G is not a lamb. Does this have 2 melee weapons, though? And the striker is rolling on backwards a bit. Gonna lay some fire down on the trebuchet. The trebuchet has been tagged, of course, and so is ultra easy to hit. We're gonna have to get in this melee going on in here. Especially with dead fire alarms. Should be perfect. Okay, Apex.
Yes, Commander.
Apex, I wanted to give you a round to chill out, and I'm a man of my word. Am I? Yeah, I'm a man of my word. Brace it up, chill it out. You're gonna jump back in next turn. Punisher. There goes the striker. Tell him dead. He just keeps blowing himself apart bit by bit. Oh, did we kill the locust? Oh, it looks like that locust is dead. Lovely. Okay, I don't want to kill you just yet, but I do want to very much kill you. I don't have a great chance to kill you, but I've got a lot of weapons to throw at you, so... Vigilance? No, I'm not going to give up the accuracy bonus when we're still in okay armor.
Roger.
Oh, there goes a big, important part of his mech. There goes several important parts of his mech. Powered engine, locust star with the ST. Oh, that's cool. And flatline. Flatline is also going to contribute to the I Hate the Firestarter Club. Because we want to take that rapier intact, reasonably. And for that, I need... Yeah, I need these guys not to be here. So that I can focus on a rapier.
Target eliminated.
Taking this rapier reasonably intact is not going to be the easiest thing I've ever done in the world. Mainly because of the amount of pain that he's about to cause me. So let's just keep clearing out his support structure. So it's just you, me, and no other people. With everything to do. And lots to prove. Okay, so we've managed to... Well, his armor was already pretty weak. And you should be able to jump in the next battle on duel the Stinger, basically. Striker is rolling slightly to the side, but not very fast, so our crab's going to get in there and basically murderize him. And we're going to be able to get this crab, or we'll be able to get the rapier from multiple angles, and that's kind of the goal here. Okay, rolling for the top of the team, or no, not yet. Oh, you're only moving at 11. You're not a very good pilot, are you? Okay, he's going to focus the trebuchet. He wants to control however much damage can be done, which is a good plan. Don't get me wrong. This trebuchet can output just ridiculous amounts of firepower. Okay, Apex.
Aye, aye.
It's time to get involved. Hop to it, Marines. So, give us our back shot, because we're going to start our weakened strategy.
Copy that.
Hi, you have revealed the back of your armor to several mechs.
Firing a full salvo.
This is a mistake. Oh, please don't core it out. Don't core it out. Maybe I shouldn't have gone for the back attack.
I'm taking heat
I
damage.
really don't want you to core it out.
Talk to me.
Punisher. 87 for a punch is good. Also gets us under heat. And a good hit. That's exactly what I wanted. Okay, we got a leg hit. Leg hits are what we want. The Black Sheep herself, surprisingly in range, and will suddenly sprint out of nowhere. Haha. Time to go snip snip. On the other leg, both of his legs have been weakened. Okay, vulnerable. Flatline has a bit of a problem, though. You see, Flatline has very, very big cannons. In terms of punchy people. So, Flatline, your armor... You can't survive 2 medium lasers in the same spot, but I'm gonna trust a little bit. Open fire. Oh, wow. We hit very important things there. More important things have been hit. Less important things hit, guys, please. Okay, that'll do. That'll be okay.
Critical hit, Commander.
So, fall over. Yeah, I can't axe him with the Hatchetman. The Hatchetman will just butcher him. Okay, he's down to a single pilot injury left. Unfortunately, I don't use machine guns. If we did, we would spam machine guns at his head and hope that would kill him. Okay, long-range fire coming down on the Arbiter, but that's to be expected. So, Arbiter, I think, is going to shoot medium laser. It's probably our best bet for accurate fire going down. Oh, you can stand up. That's not good. Okay. Buddy, I don't want to kill you. I want to steal your mech. I know that might be a little bit something you don't want to hear, but it's the honest truth. If you would just eject, that'd be perfect.
Commander?
How much health do you have in your leg? Wow, you put out 30 melee damage? What the heck? Okay, I can't get to the proper side to do this. So, I'm just gonna go for a straight up punch then. As long as you can fire on that flank with the remaining leg, you can manage that. The problem is I can't. She can't get over there. So, I'm gonna go for a punch because it's always potential from the front to hit the leg.
Physical attack.
Got it! Okay. Rapier's ours.
One less target.
Perfect job, Apex. Lovely. Super psyched. Very happy around the team. And let's go deal with everybody else now. Because nobody else was important as that. Hi. Lasers? Okay, darling, those were 275s. You gotta not do that. That's important.
Hey! Stand still when I'm attacking you!
He was. He barely moved. That's your own fault on that one, darling. Go for the cannons or go for him. Honestly, I don't think he moved, did he? Just show me. It's not a great shot, but I can't really get up there, so... We'll just open fire. Pulsed off. Yep, pulsed off. That'll get us under heat. Oh, we managed to hit him 2 times. Nice job. And both of his torsos are open. Unfortunately, we can't hit the broadside of a barn with a medium pulse laser. That's not a terrible thing, but it's true.
Did some heavy damage.
Punisher.
I've got your back.
You probably can't hit the broadside of a barn either. Just because you're blinding, flared, clouded, and all that. Well, actually, no. Never mind. I take that back. You're still reasonably pretty accurate with that gun. Shut off a medium laser? What was that? Is there a reason why you were going to... I'm confused. It doesn't really matter, though, because I think this might be able to kill him. Hit him with the normals. So, pretty decent chance to hit him, and we really honestly don't care how much of this stinger comes home. I mean, let's be honest. If he ejects, that'd be perfect, because I don't think it's a Stinger Lamb. 90% positive it ain't, but it could be. I mean, it's only 20 tons. I think the Stinger Lamb's 25 tons. Oh, he took a little bit more damage on that one. So, not having a good day at all. Not much of a mech left, if we're completely honest. And the Striker is going to continue to roll, so we're going to focus on you, because you still have weapons left, which are currently making things a little bit more expensive than they need to be. It's not a Stinger Lamb, those are... oh, they're 30 tons? I thought it was only 5 tons for the Lamb equipment. But apparently it's 10. Although, I really want lambs in a Battletech game. Come on, give me lambs. Yes, I know, it's Macross, but you know what? Macross was cool. Give me lambs in Battletech, because they're awesome.
Awaiting orders.
Like, I would play a lamb pilot in a Battletech RPG. Absolutely. I don't care if it's not optimal, it's cool. Can you please do this one? Ah, there we go. Arbiter. I take it back. I was about to say, can you please do this one? I was thinking that it was the Black Sheep, but no, it was not the Black Sheep herself. That was Apex, who is just reliable in every single way, and I adore her. And now the Black Sheep herself shall operate and do her magic. And open fire. 1 hit, 2 hit, lovely. Seeing lots of red numbers. And that one's down. And now we'll take out the last one. Flatline. Flatline, you melee pilot, you. You have the honor of shooting the last one, if you can hit him.
Roger.
It's a 3G. I replaced the machine guns in the medium laser variant, which isn't a bad idea, honestly. All you can get with a 20-tonner. Small laser spam. Go Wolf's Dragoons. Flatline just has a talent here for finishing off people with his auto cannon. You should be very proud, sir. You're a melee mech, but you have killed quite a few things with that Ultra. I'm very proud of you. Talendale, I'm just loving the fact that you have all of this additional mech knowledge to bring to the table. It makes the battles so much more fun to know that just in the middle of it, yeah, here's some tidbits about what's going on. So thank you for that. I really do appreciate it. 130,480 C-bills, but that's not... Oh, look at that. 4 kills. Not a bad pickup. He just dealt with half of the people on his own. Not quite, but, where is my... Hi, we got the 2 parts we needed. We're going to have a rapier of our very own. It's not going to have anything left on it, but we're going to have it. Commando, don't care about. Locust parts, don't care about. Stingers, don't care about. Medium laser pirate is not a bad idea for the hatchet man, but the hatchet man will need to pick up some speed in order to do that. Narc launcher, we got one. SM pirate laser? This weapon has a recoil of 2? This looks like a pulse laser. If you slap 3 small lasers together and jury rig the mount point and power supply, you get this piece of work. I didn't know that duct tape could petrify like that. Okay. Yeah. Tagger would be nice, but Endo Steel is better. FCS machine gun. You need the ER medium laser for the melee boost. The problem is we don't have the speed for it just yet, so I'm not really focused on grabbing them. Oh god, it's here. Give me that. Go away. You're the most important thing ever. Come back here. This is a part of the rapier's equipment, and I forgot, but this is a +3 accuracy. Yes, it gives additional heat, but it's a +3 accuracy. The pirate targeting control system is amazing, and I'm taking it, and I don't care anything else. The rapier parts of the FCS, just done. Commander 3A part, a couple of Locust parts, and the Stinger part. Got the flamer, fluid gun, so nothing else aside from that, but pirate targeting control system. That ended up being one of the most important things that we had in all of our equipment in Starburst Sardaukar campaign. Double clicking on it, I'm going to shift over without dragging the thing in the salvage bar. Okay. So the pirate targeting system back in Starburst Sardaukar campaign was one of the reasons why the Aram Sham was just so ridiculously strong, because the +3 accuracy plus the plus accuracy on the weapons itself plus the clan mech plus accuracy just allowed it to deal with clan light mechs like it wasn't any problem at all. So getting a pirate targeting computer in my book is one of the most important things in creating a mech that can deal once we start running into clan mechs. Because otherwise, you're just blasting away at whites and you can't touch them. Because whites are ridiculous. Like, they're a fantastic mech. They're also evil. They are 100% unrepentant evil. Alright, some more war going on, but we're not quite in the war. And we got the dagger. Wait, no, wait, what? Oh, it was once a dagger. Okay, for... And 15,000 for the next 10 days. Pirate targeting computer plus recoil compensation, especially on weapon mounts, is superb. Yes. Now, it does generate more recoil, doesn't it? But that's not a problem because we have laser weapons. Because that's going on the crab without a second thought. Well, I suppose... No, the trebuchet has a targeting computer already, I think. So I want the Arbiter up top. Or not quite. Yeah, because this will be done in 6 days. And then we'll be able to take another mission, and we'll do that for cash, because we need to take some cash. So 6 days until we have stuff to work on. 2, 3... Working on Arbiter's complete. Succubus can take the hit. Oh, come on! Ugh. Okay, so Succubus is a bit more of a problem now. So she took the -2 tech points, which is going to make things a little bit tighter, because we are rolling in on the end of the month. And we need stuff done soon. Punisher's a day off. I'm going to wait for him. He's important. He's an important man in this company. And we are going to do a little bit of a check. We're not going to do it before the end of the month, absolutely, because we've got to refit some things. But, where's my crab? Just to double check. Yeah, it's got a fire control system missile, so I can't afford to put the pirate targeting system on there. Oh, you got the energy targeting computer. Never mind. Ooh. Moderately unfortunate. Just gonna double check that it is actually an FCS. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I can't do that. I've already got the fire control energy, which is only a +1 accuracy compared to a +3, but it's also the increased in range and the minimum range decrease, which would be useful for PPCs, but we're not using it. So, we do have full endo. Oh, no, we gave up the endo. Wait, no, I thought we took the endo. Oh, no, I gave up the endo for the fire control system. Okay. So that'll be interesting to see what we do there. Yes, discard all that. On the Arbiter, you don't generally fire everything in one turn. I try to, but yeah, it's going to be the only mech that does. Well, aside from the Hatchet Man, which could get it, but ideally the Hatchet Man will be hammering people every single turn. Let's take a look at the Locust. I keep calling it a Locust. It's not a Locust, it's the Rapiers. What did we save out of it? We saved the Pirate Engine. Oh. Yeah, repair. So we got the Fusion Core and the Pirate Engine out of it, and the Ultralight Gyro. So we got most of the CT was mostly preserved. The Warfare Suite was preserved. The Stealth X armor was preserved. We lost the Fire Control System, the Endo Steel, 2 Heatsinks, some Chaff, a couple of Flamers, Narc Beacons. Yeah, that's all around a good pickup. Did you have any special abilities on you? No, you don't. But you've got a pretty decent spread of, well, 4 energy and 2 missile. You got a lot of Pyrotech on you. That's what we got out of this one. Got 8 tons, though, to put stuff on. LRM 5, do I still have it? I have the Narc ammo. Did I lose that Chaff ammo? I did, okay. Do I have Chaff ammo? A lot of low-quality gear, but you got the upgrades for a lot of them already. So, let's check out here. Yeah, I don't got any of the Chaff ammo. Do have Haywire. But we already got Haywire, okay. Got the Narc launcher so I can replace it if it did get blown off, which I think it did. And, yeah, there's a Narc launcher. So we can replace the Narc launcher, no problem. We can add a tag onto it, which I'm going to. Tag right there. Narc launcher right there. Tagger. Oh, wait, no. Can't. Actually, tag her out. Tag her there for the accuracy. Slap another LRM-5 if you wanted. We're not actually going to build this mech yet because we need to save our cash a bit. But I'm just sort of sketching something out before we leave, just so I have something in mind. So the Narc launcher goes over there with its Narc ammo. Tagger goes over here for the accuracy buff. And now that we've used those, we throw the tag into the head. Gives us 5... Get that tag in that head. Oh, wait, no, there's no tag. Tag in the CT. That's where it'll go. The Pirate Engine is a little bit concerning. It does make us go faster, but it's concerning. Because it's not quite as good as a light engine, but who cares, because we're sort of okay on that. You probably are lacking heatsinks. 1, 2, and we need 4. So we've got heatsinks for that. We have 7 of them. We're going to have to keep an eye on that. 1, 2. So we're good on heatsinks now. We got 5 tons. That is, yeah, we could throw in an RM5 launcher. Take up 2 tons with that one. Unfortunately, we don't have the chaff ammo anymore to make it, like, as good as it used to be. Because chaff ammo would just be super useful. Stealth X armor, though, would be nice. We do need endo probably to really turn this thing into something great. I don't want to put the pyro targeting Peter in it. That's mostly saved for the Arbiter, yeah. And I can't do anything with heat sinks. Weapons, it's got no ballistic slots, so I can't take ballistics anyway. Could throw some flamers on it, try and make it a burner. I could throw 4 flamers on it and turn it into a burner. But they're 1 ton, aren't they? Yeah. So, honestly, what I'd really check the shop. We don't have the cash for the shop. Like, we can't afford any of this. We're just not there. Also, they don't really like us, so the shop is kind of expensive right now. Although the Flamer Triple Plus and the... Ooh, wow, that's 816,000. That's 2 months rent for my company. But that's a VSPL large, which is very, very, very nice. How many tons is that? That's 9 tons? That's totally worth it. Oh, Arrow 4 ammo. Give me Arrow 4 launcher. Ammo was what you were hoping for? Yeah, we've got SNRM listen kill, which is cool, but... Well, we could turn it into an SRM carrier. SRMs are light. They're, like, great for that. If we wanted to get rid of its support role in terms of the LRM-5 with the Narc launcher, which we may do, because we've only got the 1. I mean, honestly, if we had the chaff launchers, that would make sense to roll this narc. We could turn it, yeah, if we grab that listen kill, we actually could turn it into a point-blank range SRM-6 boat with its 2 missile launchers. That would give us a little bit more of a tonnage restriction. We'd pull off the flamer for sure. That gives us 7 tons. Yeah, what I'm thinking about right now doing, and this is just a sketch plan, we'll work on this more next week, but what I'm thinking about doing is throwing on SRM-6s, buying that listen kill ammo, because it was only, what, 50,000? Which is not great, don't get me wrong, but it's affordable. Yeah, the listen kill ammo, there's only one of it, but it gives us 100 shots. We can use that as we go in. And then we would, so we'd need 2 tons of ammo at least. So just to sketch this out, I'm just going to use regular SRM ammo. And then lasers. Ideally smalls, but we don't have them. 4 energy hardpoints. Our heat efficiency would be terrible. Yeah, we can't afford that quite. We go flamers, but I've only got 1.5 tons. Honestly, what I'd want to do is small lasers. Because ideally we'd be getting in tight and close on people and then blitzing them from behind with small lasers. Which actually could be in the store for relatively cheap. Because, well, no, I didn't think they were there, were they? Energy weapons. Well, a small X-Pulse, but that's 1 ton plus a second small. Well, that could work, actually. Because +2 accuracy and ignore 2 pips. That could be a thing. I would want to keep all the additional support equipment, because that would then make it so that he'd pop up behind somebody, he'd nail him with all the SRMs, he'd tagger him, he'd tag, and then he'd also narc launcher them, hit him with a... Although we'd probably, if I've got it, I'd swap it out for beacon. We don't, but that would be the idea. And then that would open up everybody for the next round. Tagger and Tagger no longer stack, really? Let's see. Target acquisition gear grants a 7 to checks, it decays, -1 for each check the target moved. 1 evasion ignored by this weapon, +1 accuracy. Target painters grant +1 improved accuracy against this target. 15% easier to detect, 50% easier to see. Share targeting information. Maybe the tagger says so. Target acquisition gear grants a 5 to sensor checks. It doesn't say. Bonuses tag 1 pips. Bonuses tags 1 pips. Huh. Well, if it doesn't stack, we'll take the tag for the additional support. That would give us the 3 tons that we would need for the medium lasers. That would, of course, put us into cooker mode, because then we'd be 68. Yeah, well, then we'd be 68 heat efficiency, or 64 heat efficiency, it looks like. And that's not sustainable. Ideally, what we would do then is if we could get our hands on a compact heatsink kit, because that would allow us to maintain the size of these heatsinks, as well as go up to 60s. So that would be cool, not gonna lie. But I kind of want to keep the Dagger. Anyway, that's the basic sketch of that one. We're not going to do that yet, but that's what I'm kind of thinking about doing. We'll probably order it to repair first, and then by the time it's done, we should have some equipment for it. And Arbiter, my friend, my buddy, my pal, hopefully the one who will survive. I am also thinking about giving the Arbiter an ultralight gyro, but that might be suicidal. Targeting control system, that does hurt our heat efficiency. We go to 5460. If I didn't have it, it was 5460. Okay. Huh. Well, whatever. It's not important. If we can get off Galatia, it won't be as much of a problem. But for now, it's a bit of a cooker. Yes, that's a lot of heatsinks. The fact that we did all this on just a regular was kind of ridiculous. But yeah, we're going to lock that down for the 1 day that it's going to take. And then we will take a mission shortly. Will it give us another heatsink? Makes us more vulnerable to getting killed, though. Because maneuverability is going to be life for this mech. And if we suddenly start becoming no longer evasive, then it becomes a major problem. But anyway, that's actually going to do it for today's episode. We got a lot of work done. We're 6 days away from bankruptcy, sure, but we've got the whole Lance back. We're rolling 4 mechs at a time. We're doing some good work. We're getting some equipment. And we're getting kind of close to an area where we can start to think about moving on to the next planet. Galatia is going to start running out of contract soon, so we do got to build some cash reserves. But we've managed to actually do well. And we picked up a rapier, which is great. So, anyway, I've been Tirak. If you like what you've been seeing, hit that like button and subscribe. If you want to see a notification every time I share these videos, press that little bell icon. Leave a comment. What did you enjoy? What did you not enjoy? Do you have any ideas for what we should do with our our one brand new mech and what we might do with a couple of others? Or where do we want to go? That's another big one, because we decide in the stream which direction in the inner sphere we want to head to. Start thinking about that on where you want to go. Anyway, I will see you all in the next episode.